Detroit, we will see you August 22nd.
Motown.
Chicago, we will see you August 25th. I cannot wait to get to the Midwest.
Chi-town.
It's always a fun trip, too, between Detroit and Chicago. Lot of sights on that way.
Two of my favorite cities.
For sure. I'm really excited. So we will see you very, very soon. Tickets available now, newroyalmall.com. I think it's going to be a great show.
It's going to be a beautiful show.
I think I might perform my hit single.
What's your hit single?
No worry and
Calm before the storm right here.
What'd I say?
A storm never happened, by the way.
Oh, that's an awfully hot coffee pot. I said, do guest spots. Boss said, probably not. He had another plot.
Are we going to get flagged for our own content?
Damn, that's crazy.
Because his
feel like
only
we should
way
talk
to
over it.
grow the show was to
Talk
clean to
over it.
OVO. I sat in disbelief at what they didn't know.
I also feel like Paul Rosenberg
It's
has the
impossible
power to
for
take
a
this
being
down.
to beef.
Woo, girl, come get me.
Did he almost
And
ever come
Rowdy
get you?
hugs his MAGA
No.
flag. I'm with a girl I didn't need money to bag.
That's hard.
But after all the red pills he popped, he only wants to give Donald props, make the West Coast his ops.
Sorry if this is uncomfortable for you. Like,
Bigs is
watch
his
it.
brother, but he doesn't know hip hop.
My favorite bar.
That was the most
I'ma
loved bar.
Because it's just so bizarre how rap is not on his radar.
Damn.
My brilliance goes bar for bar.
2 podcasts.
I didn't
Good
even catch
idiots that
that
think
at
I'm
first.
not the star.
The brilliant idiot bar. I
Yeah.
didn't
And
catch
Maul
it.
can make a counterclaim.
Goes over people's heads.
But my worth is $1 million in this game.
3 pods.
I think we should change the name.
Mm.
Because I'm the face of this camp. I know. It's hard to swallow that drink, champ.
5 pods, 4 pods.
I think you're a champion. Is what I
Way
was
to go.
suggesting.
Did this shit, yo.
Damn, Maul, what you gotta say?
What y'all doing right now?
It's been 24 hours, Maul. No response.
Tickets available now at
Yes.
newroyalmall.com. We will be in Detroit August 22nd. And then Chicago August 25th
Yeah,
at the City Winery.
Midwest. I'm excited. I hope they don't take offense to that because I know Eminem, rightfully so, is like their god. But that was an ode to white rappers.
Can't take offense to that.
I mean, I even wore the ring that Logic gave me on camera just to like really channel.
All the white rappers.
Yeah, like I had the spirit of Logic with me through that whole thing. I was just showing
I could
camaraderie
tell.
amongst
I saw
the community.
Logic's aura.
Yeah,
I like felt him. I felt he was there.
it's what like Michael Rubin was talking about. But we'll
Yeah.
get to that
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
from his community.
Yeah.
See,
Your community.
Sure. You know what? You know what? Yes.
Nah,
Yes.
go ahead, Rory.
No. It's cool. It's been a long week. I can't believe it's only Thursday.
Yeah.
It feels like our last episode we recorded last week.
Mm-hmm.
It's just been a very long week for me.
It's always a long week.
Very, very tired.
All the weeks are long.
Outside of recording that, what was your week like?
I feel like I saw you every day this week almost.
Yeah, that is true.
Pretty much, except Tuesday.
Yeah.
I thought, didn't we see each other Tuesday?
No, I was just texting you bars of just how
Oh,
yeah.
So your presence was still, in my.
You could never escape.
Yeah, I couldn't say all week. It's just been rap Rory.
I mean, I was a little nervous.
Oh, we did. That was what we did.
Oh, yeah, that's
IG
right.
Live.
Yeah, we got.
And then they flagged us because they said
we
it
were
was
bullying and harassing somebody.
hate speech because we joked about showing somebody's paperwork or their papers.
IG is very interesting. I had a wild Monday night. I've actually been waiting to tell you guys this story.
Yeah, you brought this up yesterday.
Well, I called Demaris that night because it was that fucking crazy. But I was like, I'm gonna wait to tell everyone. I want to get everyone's like real reaction.
Mm-hmm. So what happened?
So I left here on Monday, right? I just want to make sure I can find the exact word because I sent it to Demaris so I didn't forget.
The exact word?
Oh, we're gonna get to that.
Somebody call you a...
Symbolically is the word.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So
Rory kicked his.
I leave here. I go meet Sean Dickerson, grab a little app and a drink.
Mm-hmm.
I head back to the building in Manhattan. You know, I'm
Mhm.
split time between Jersey and the city.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm walking through Midtown. I get to the building, and there is an Uber driver really struggling to help this elderly woman out of her car.
Mm-hmm.
He can barely speak English. She's trying to get into the building. Security doesn't seem to be helping. So I grab her, like, yeah, I got you. Which floor are you going to? What happened? She's like, oh, I fell at Bowery Ballroom. My knees messed up. I was like, do you want to go to the hospital? She's like, no, let me just get up to my apartment. I'll take my blood pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, another woman come who is an EMT.
Mhm.
So she helps me. We get up to her apartment. She's got Mind a Mamba sitting right in the kitchen. I'm like, oh, she's a Kobe fan. This woman's great. First thing I see is a Kobe book. I'm like, all right, this is weird so far, but this is not what I expected.
Yeah,
Get in it. I mean, you know,
she was an elderly woman?
Yeah. I don't want to be offended. Like 65.
Okay. She's a
year away from
she's a
senior citizen.
Yeah.
So she has a bunch of pills like everywhere, but like prescriptions, not like she has some drug problem.
Yeah.
You can still have a drug problem.
So she has a legal drug problem then.
Yeah.
Okay.
She has a big pharma drug problem.
She's paying big pharma.
She's an American.
Yeah.
So the EMT is like, where is your blood pressure thing? Because she actually has like the thing that goes around your arm.
Mm-hmm.
So she does that. And don't quote these numbers because, again, this is Monday. She's like, oh, yeah, it's around 160. And I was like, well, what's normal? It's like 120. She's like close to having possibly a heart attack. So she pulls her pant legs up because the EMT wants to see whatever injury happened. And she's like, all right, both your legs, feet, toes, everything is so swollen. This has nothing to do with you falling down some steps.
Mm-hmm.
Like blood is trying to flow and it's not going to your heart.
Oh, no.
So she says, well, my insurance doesn't really cover the ambulance shit. Last time I did that, they overcharged me, then threw me out in the street, didn't drive me home. My family doesn't live in New York. So I was like, all right, this building isn't some like gentrified building. People have lived there since the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
It's a community.
Mm-hmm.
And if my girl and baby needed help, I would hope the community would do the same thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, my car's right here. Hospital's a few blocks up 10th.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. I'll take you.
Mm-hmm.
So we get her down there. Security again doesn't fucking help. Get her in the car. And she's starting to get a little frantic. So I'm trying to like calm her down.
Whose car? Your car?
My car.
Okay.
So, you know, I'm just asking questions, trying to get her mind off her legs about to explode.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, there's a lot of
Mexican.
pictures like in your house. Like, I know you said your family isn't in New York anymore, but you know, do you have kids?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, no, you know, I wasn't blessed to be able to bear children. I was like, oh, fuck. Shouldn't ask that question.
Mm-hmm.
But I did symbolically adopt 5 kids.
What does that mean?
So I'm like, okay.
Was it like when you give a nickel to a kid in Africa and then you like own them?
So again, I'm not trying to be judgmental, and she's going through a lot at the moment. So I didn't want to like hit her with a bunch of questions. But after one more red light, I was like, so what exactly does symbolically mean as far as adopting goes? She goes, well, I'll start with my oldest. We met online and he was about to kill himself. And the only way he wouldn't kill himself is if I called him mommy. I'm immediately regretting taking this woman to the fucking hospital.
You mean if he called her mommy?
Yes, if he could call her mommy.
I won't kill myself if I can call you mommy.
Was he? I'm imagining this eventually became an extortion thing, and he was getting money for her.
This nigga had a fucking weirdo in the
So
front
I'm
seat.
thinking like,
Was she paying him?
so I'm thinking, okay, maybe now in like certain group homes or orphanages or whatever, like they have access to like computers and like, you know, they have a library card or something where they're just online.
Let me stop you right there. Have you ever seen this lady before in the building?
No.
Okay.
It's a big building. Though.
No, I know what building it is. That's what I'm saying. But you never saw it before.
No,
Okay.
nor the EMT.
Okay.
Nor when I asked around did anybody.
No, that lady.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very sweet lady, by the way. The whole time, amazing. We're having good combo. And then we get on 10.
She's got the mama mentality. I'm on board.
Yeah, no.
Then symbolically, 5 children were adopted. So she's talking about, let's call him David, who was ready to kill himself and just wanted somebody to call mommy. And he wouldn't do it. So she took the liberty of saying, okay, I will be your mommy. I will adopt you. And again, I'm giving more of the benefit of the doubt. Like, oh, like, I don't know, did you go to whatever social services place you could do and like try to help this kid?
Yeah.
I didn't even know like that was really a thing that they allowed. And she said, oh, no. He's 65. I'm 68. I just remembered her exact age just now.
She adopted somebody that's 3 years younger than her, symbolically?
Then we pull up to Mount Sinai.
Okay. All right. Now you're finally at the hospital.
I've been told she might have a heart attack,
Yeah.
but I have so many questions.
Yeah. All right. Now you're at Mount Sinai.
So I run into the ER and I'm like, hey, can I get like a wheelchair and some
Put this
people to
crazy
help me?
bitch in my for my front seat. Can you get this wheelchair for this
Wait,
crazy
so
lady in my
just-
front
just
seat?
one back. The last thing you guys said before you got into the hospital was you discovering that the three.
It was like a scene out of
It was like
the
a bang,
movie
bang.
when I pulled up. She said, "Oh no, he's 65. I'm 68."
No, let's get some help. I think that's what I.
My only response to that was to hit the hazards. Like, all right, I'm gonna go in.
Got it from here, nurse.
So, me and a nurse, whatever male person was there to help me. We get her in the wheelchair, push her in. I had already grabbed like her insurance cards and everything. So I'm like, I don't know this woman, but like, here's the stuff, whatever.
You gotta call her mommy.
Meanwhile, you know, Upper West Side, Mount Sinai at that hour was fentanyl haven.
Yeah.
It was just fucking crackheads running amok in there.
Yeah.
So I have symbolic lady over here.
Mhm.
I have a crackhead that's trying to get discharged, screaming in my ear while I'm trying to give insurance cards.
Yeah.
Mind you, the woman goes, "You can leave. You've been discharged." And he goes, "Oh, okay." And then sits back down.
This is how I picture.
He wanted to leave so
He
bad.
didn't have nowhere to go.
This is how I picture Rory.
And you know when like a crackhead looks at you with a crazy look, and you know it could go into a bad place. You'd be like, "Yo, I understand, man.
Yeah.
I'm with you."
Yeah.
They're unreasonable.
Right.
So we get to the other side of like the door to get into like where the rooms are.
Mhm.
And the nurse is like, "Okay, we just took her blood pressure. Thank God you brought her here. Cause we have to do CAT scans, MRIs. We have to make sure blood can even flow
Yeah.
from her arteries and her legs to her heart.
Mhm.
So thank God you brought her. It's probably going to be a few hours. Take her number." I was like, "Yeah, I'll pick her up in the morning." Not out of the kindness of my heart. I just need to find out about these other 4 fucking kids.
Now I'm invested. Now I want to know how you symbolically adopted somebody that's 3 years younger than you. Yeah, I get it now.
So this was Monday. She gets back to the building 6 a.m. I have to take Amara to daycare at 7. I dropped some food off to her. She was knocked. And then we've been texting throughout the week. I'm now being referred to as Saint Rory. So I think I have a shot at maybe being the 6th.
You're
I'm about to say
definitely
she
sick.
definitely adopted your ass.
The other ones are on.
The whole nursing staff, she told, "Yeah, my son dropped me off." Yo, only you would
I
end
may
up-
have been adopted without consent.
Did you get the story on any of the other kids? Or,
No,
I mean, the
no,
other
we pulled up
peers?
and I brought her in because I thought she was going to have a heart attack.
They're not kids.
Yeah, I'm saying her peers.
A fucking brother.
Her man's in them.
Yeah.
But let's call him Dave. The information I did get outside of the suicidal part was he's a genius designer, an amazing writer, and he lives in Connecticut. So, I mean, maybe I gotta just go find my other symbolic sibling.
Is that the dude Tremaine Emery from Denim Tears? You talking about? Like, I thought it sounded like who you describing. So she's still in the hospital.
No, she's back.
Okay.
She's back now. Yeah,
Everything's
she's doing,
good.
She's doing okay, yes.
Okay.
They,
All right.
they got the blood flowing.
Well, keep us up to date with Large Marge. You know, let us know. Like, this nigga had Large Marge in the front seat.
She was a really sweet woman.
Yeah, so was Large Marge.
And her career, because that building is like very artist-based,
Mhm.
her career did check out for what she does, and what she does is pretty crazy as far as what her job is in Hollywood.
Well, Roy, it was really nice that you were able to help uplift a member of the white community. It's a shame that we can't do the same in our community, Maul.
All right.
That's great.
I don't know if coming from you, that's like,
Why not?
like,
Well, I didn't know. I didn't know we were bad at it until Michael Rubin put me on game.
Because the comments are going to ask, are you closer to Michael Rubin or closer to Mole?
I don't
like
care
on
what
that
the
spectrum.
comments think.
yeah, like
Dude, don't care.
it's a spectrum. It's like where you at? Where do you fall in the anger level of like black on black hate?
Yeah.
Where do you fall?
What do you think about this, Maul?
Well, Michael Rubin was on Breakfast Club.
Mhm.
Fanatics Fest is in I think in New York this week
Okay.
at the Javits Center. So Michael Rubin is doing his press run, and he spoke about black on black hate in the black culture, and says that he doesn't like it. He doesn't understand it. He wished that people would uplift each other. he does what he can to help people out any way that he can. So he just wished that everybody kind of had that mentality, and he hates to see Black people tear down each other. And, you know, of course, the internet, anytime you have somebody that's not from Black culture speak about or to Black culture, the internet is going to find a way to engage and speak and you know, express their feelings and opinions. And, you know, you got the mind your business clan that's out there on the internet. You know, let Black folks talk about Black business on the internet. But the thing that I sit back and laugh at is nobody, you know, had a problem when white people were supporting the Black Lives Matter movement. When white people, you know, boarded up their stores and said Black Lives Matter and hung flags and did all of that and supported the Black Lives Matter movement, that was okay. But when somebody speaks to Black people tearing down each other and how they don't like it and wish that Black that wasn't a part of Black culture, then you have some that are online that are upset and says that Michael Rubin needs to mind his business and, you know, he needs to stick to, you know, white business and white culture. And, you know, all of that shit is just stupid because regardless of if Michael Rubin said it or if anybody said it, it's a real thing. Black on Black hate, Black on Black crime, Black on Black whatever, tearing each other down. It is a problem in our community and it has been a problem. He just so happens to have a white successful man speaking about it. He has, you know, Black business partners. He has Black friends. He has people that he's, you know, affiliated with and that he works with that are from the Black culture. So if he feels like, damn, I hate to see that. In particular, he was speaking to how people online tear down Meek and say, you know, bad, negative things about him, things like that. He's obviously, you know, Meek is somebody he's friends with or he's close with. So he was speaking directly to that and seeing that online and was like, you know, it's unfortunate to see that of people tearing down Meek when he's a good person. He's trying to do things in the community, you know, with the whole prison reform movement and things like that. So he felt the need to speak to it. And I didn't think it was wrong. Now, I wish he, you know, people hating on each other and tearing each other down, period, is something that, you know, you hate to see. I wish he didn't make it specific to just Black, but I understood what he was saying in terms of speaking directly to Meek and how, you know, the internet and people have tried to tear Meek down and defamate his character and say that he's gay and things like that. Michael Rubin said it's not a gay bone in his body. I don't know how Michael Rubin knows that. I don't know if he gave him all. But I don't know if he gave him a CAT scan and, you know, whatever, but
I think it was an interesting example because I don't think a majority of the people were tearing down Meek on Twitter. Let's call it what it is. Twitter, not like really in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they were doing that because Meek was Black. I don't agree with calling Meek gay just off some fake puffy paperwork, but people were just tearing down someone that was happened to be in some paperwork at the moment. If Meek would have been white, I think that same thing would have happened. Now, I think respectful dialogue can happen in situations like this, even with a possible point wrong messenger situation. I just think it's a little hypocritical because he comes from a community that cannot be critiqued.
Okay. Cannot be or
and
if
now,
they are
and
critiqued,
what's,
it's a problem.
What's so ironic about this entire thing of Michael Rubin probably saying, what do you mean? I was saying something that I've observed. I was just critiquing a culture I've been around. I have friends like this. Okay. But me saying you're from a community that can't be critiqued would be called anti-Semitic. And you would look at me, from the people in that community, as such for bringing that up, making an observation that I think is 100% true in my 34 years on this earth. That community can never be critiqued or it's anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
So it's a little hypocritical when you're from that community, and I've never ever heard you speak about that community and the flaws that you guys have, to then go on the Breakfast Club and critique someone else.
So you don't agree with it because of the community he's from? That he shouldn't be speaking on Black?
And I'm not saying he represents the entire Jewish community, but let's not pretend Michael Rubin is not a staple within current, I do want to say media, because he is everywhere. He's a name that we all know.
Mhm.
He's not just some behind the scenes owner that we've never even heard of. He's very much forward facing.
Mhm.
So when you are that, whether you like it or not, you are somewhat of a representation of your community, whether right or wrong. So to go and critique and to throw a stone when you live in the clearest glass house of all time is a little weird to me. I'm not here to discredit anything that he said per se, because it's not my place to do, because I'm not part of the Black community.
Mhm.
That would be for you guys to say if he's right or wrong in that way.
Oh, he's 100% right.
But just don't.
But I think people, it's just because it's the messenger, not the message that people are.
Yeah, but
so speak.
to Rory's point, I'm just to agree and build on what Rory's saying. My thing is like, that's not mutually exclusive to Black people. Every community has beef and hate within it. Like, that's not Black people are the only group tearing each other down. No. Asians do the same thing.
No, he didn't say
Jewish
they were
people
the
do
only group. He just said he hates to see that.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
also-
like, don't make it a Black. Like, I don't like.
That's what I agree with.
Like, you're
Don't
making it
make
a black problem when it's a human problem. Like, look at our political system.
But
Donald Trump
is
is
he-
the biggest hater of all time. He's shitting on and Biden. I'm not just siding one thing, but like our entire political system is built on tearing down the credibility of these are two very established white men. Like, that's just a human thing. That's not a Black culture thing. That's just people.
I don't think he was saying it's just a Black culture thing. I think he was.
But then why
speaking
talk
to,
about it only through the guise of being of the Black community? That's my problem.
Well,
Say,
I mean-
look, as people, da. But within my friends and the people that I'm close with, I saw it happen with me. Like, use Meek as an example of a friend that it's happened to. Don't make it like, okay, well, Meek's Black. The Black people were tearing him down. Therefore, the Black people are saying bad things about my Black friends.
Mhm.
It's just people. Like, it's just people. No one. gives a
that
fuck
was the
about-
one thing in it that I it made it almost seem just like
People
it's
make
just a
fun
Black,
of people.
a Black issue. It's an issue in every community, every
Yeah.
culture. Like every culture, every community has hate. Every culture, every community tears each other down.
And let's not
And if,
act
you, if
like
you had a
and-
different
and-
example too. Here's
Man,
a
this
social
is
media
shit-
example
this is
of
shit that
people calling
pisses
Meek
me
gay
off.
on Twitter.
This
Like,
is the shit that pisses me off. And let's not act like if the Black people treated each other better, then things would be different. No, it's a system. It's a system that's been built on continuously, generation over generation, oppressing Black people. If all Black people came together and there was one unified gang and everybody should rep the same colors, that wouldn't change the system. Black people becoming cool with each other wouldn't change their value in the system of the hierarchy of the capitalist society that this country's built on.
Mhm.
That foundation wouldn't change at all. So it like takes the onus off of the system and puts it on the community that the system has never served.
Mm.
Maybe if the Black people in the ghetto got their shit together, they would be where we are. No, you built the system so they could never get where you are.
Mhm.
Don't make it their problem because they don't treat each other with more respect. It's like a cop out. I hate that shit.
That was the one thing in it, because I don't, it's easy in 2024 for people to kind of get caught up in this. A lot of people walk around with a victim mentality, and I try not to be one of those people. Have I experienced shit growing up in New York City in the hood, because of my culture? Absolutely, but I don't hold that and carry that every day, and get offended easily by the first thing I hear from somebody that's not from my culture. I try to listen to what they're saying before I react. So I understood what Michael Rubin was saying. I just, again, he made it almost like it's just or particular to Black culture and Black community, when in fact he was trying to speak to a particular friend of his who had probably had conversations with him and told him, because then he even talked about the lawyer on Meek's case being a Black, the judge being a Black judge, and was trying to keep Meek in prison and doing all kind of things that was fucked up.
But
so he was speaking
rightfully,
to that.
rightfully so, I agree that judge did a lot of weird shit to me. Wasn't there
Yeah.
at one point like a feature
Yeah.
request, like weird?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that was because that judge was Black. I
Right,
think
no.
that judge
Mm-hmm.
was just a shitty, weird fucking judge. I don't
Mhm.
think that was a Black person tearing down another Black person. I think that was a fucking weird judge.
I think it's both.
in an awful system. Because before Meek even got to that judge, he was placed in a system as a kid
Yeah, that was fucked
that
up.
was already set up way before any of this has happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
I think two things.
how
can be true.
how Meek even got to this Black judge to tear him down was based off a system prior to that was not Black people tearing down other Black people.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think both can be true. I think the system obviously we know is flawed and fucked up, but I also think that people in the system are flawed and fucked up as
For
well.
sure.
So
And-
that judge in particular was definitely a flawed and fucked up judge for what that whole Meek case and what was going on with that. Obviously, the judge was removed from the case, And he got a whole new judge, and all of that is behind him now. He's one of the faces of prison reform and things like that. So I do understand some of the backlash online I'm seeing towards Michael Rubin about his statements. He posted a response. He said, "I got a phone call from one of the people I have the most respect for in the world. They told me while they appreciate my attention, it's not my place to speak on Black culture. I get it and really appreciate the input. My intention was to say how important it is."
He said, "I don't care."
My intention was to say how important it is that we need to uplift each other, stop hate on each other, and push each other to win, and always root for each other's success. My bad, much love, and appreciate the feedback."
I don't know this to be a fact whatsoever. I assume that call came from Hove.
Most likely.
That's just my guess. No information behind it. And what makes that even weirder to me, and I know Michael Rubin does not speak for the entire Jewish community, when Hove rapped on OJ, do you know why Jewish people own all the property in America? This is how they did it. The Jewish community lost their fucking minds and called him an anti-Semitic piece of shit, did think pieces. He was on that huge Jewish website. It was a whole thing. And cool, you could go through the history of that used to be the reason why Jews were prosecuted because of propaganda, this and that. Okay, how come Michael Rubin didn't step in and say, no, he's critiquing this community because this is what he's seen. Where was Michael Rubin at that point when his community was attacking Jay-Z for making an observation the same way Michael Rubin just did today?
Agreed.
Hypocritical. That's all. That's all it is with me in this whole thing.
Yeah, and I did want to say, I'm glad Maul read this tweet because I don't want to, I just said what I said earlier, but I don't want to kick Michael Rubin's back in. I think it's nice that he took in all the feedback and backlash that he got. And I think the only line that I'm focusing on here is my intention was to say how important it is that we need to uplift each other. Boom, stop there. If that's your role in this, then focus on that. That's all I would say to him moving forward. I know his heart's in the right place. So just be that guy for the community you want to help, every community you want to help and serve. Just continue to uplift.
I agree with that. Because, from what I know about Michael Rubin, he does seem to always try to help people and put people in good positions business-wise and things like that.
I know him for that too.
I just think that, no matter what, whenever you have somebody that's not from Black culture speaking on Black cultural issues, there's always going to be some kickback. There's always going to be some type of knee-jerk reaction to it simply because this is somebody that's not from the culture speaking on it. But I do also agree with Rory. If you're going to speak on, the things that you don't like about Black culture, as particularly hate on hate in the Black culture, speak publicly about some of the things in your culture too. That's not right.
Not only that, your culture is one that it is the biggest rule to never say anything about them. So that's what heightens it a bit for me in that regard. But I do agree. I know Michael Rubin to be a very genuine and helpful person from what I've heard from others that I know. I don't know him personally. I've never met him.
Oh, Michael Rubin, you're in trouble now. If you try to run for president in 20 years, they're going to play that tape back. He don't like Black people.
Stop.
They gonna play that tape back. Look, this is how this
not what he said.
No, I know that's not what he said, but I'm just saying, how they spend things years down the line.
I mean, for sure.
Oh yeah, that could be
like he was the guy that was cool with all the Black guys and had the party in the Hamptons every summer, and now all of a sudden he's racist. They gonna spend this shit, Mike. So listen, if you thinking about politics 15 years down the line, you can scratch that shit, Michael Rubin. That shit is out of here.
Yeah, man. I mean, again, I just think it was a cool conversation to have afterwards before people just get on publications.
Yeah. I get it.
Private conversations they've had with certain people went well.
Yeah.
And then they say those points to the masses. And it's like, oh no, I was trying to be genuine and say I want to help people. But then you had no context to anything you said. And it sounded like you're saying Black people tear each other down and I don't.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, again, if you're going to speak on that, you got to speak on your culture as well. You got to speak on the things that your culture has done that wasn't beneficial for other cultures. You know what I mean? So if we're going to have the conversation, I like the fact that he said it because he's just proving to us that, these conversations are being had behind closed doors amongst people that's not from my culture. So it's like, okay, cool. Let's have the conversation. We only going to get somewhere, as uncomfortable as it may be, as rough as the conversation may be, we only gonna get somewhere and change things if we have conversation and then act on the things from that conversation. So I understand what Michael Rubin's heart is. Again, from what I've heard about him, he seems to be a pretty solid guy. Again, this is just one of those things that no matter what, once you start speaking on a culture that you're not from, there's going to be a reaction from that culture. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
And it just came across like Meek was the barrier of all of this.
Well,
Like, I've done so much for Meek and Lil Baby. Like, what's everyone else doing? Like, what? All right, Rubes, what we doing right now?
Rubes.
Like, no, I get you was there for Meek through that whole thing.
Yeah.
You had a lot of influence in Pennsylvania, Philly, everything. Like, cool. All right, but that's not how everyone gauges, uplifting everyone in the Black community.
Yeah.
So,
Again, man, I think his heart was in the right place. It's just, when I heard it, I was like, oh boy. I said, oh boy, I know his phone blowing up. Because again, that's just one of those things. As soon as you speak on it, you're not from it, and you speak on it, you better make sure your house is clean too. Don't speak on somebody else's dirty living room and your living room is dirty. You can't do that.
Tyler kind of turned it up this week too. It's been an opinionated week, I feel like.
It's been an opinionated life. I feel like my entire life, people have been just expressing their opinions. It's been an opinionated life. Fuck the week. Life is opinionated.
I mean, I'm here for freedom of speech no matter what, but like...
Nah, some people need to shut the fuck up.
Sometimes too much freedom of speech
we love Tyler.
allows you to create an opinion that you just had no reason to even create.
Yeah.
You didn't need to even think that. That's not even your realm. Somebody should put a cap on freedom of speech and shit you shouldn't be speaking about.
Yeah, certain shit you just don't need to be speaking on.
But I enjoyed this Tyler interview with Spring Hill. Where do we want to begin? Because there was like two major clips that I feel kind of went viral. Anytime Tyler talks, I stop what I'm doing. I revere him that much outside of music. I think he's a great interviewer.
Mm-hmm.
When he goes to do an interview, he has something to say, something unique to say, a different opinion.
Baby, do you wash your hands?
I didn't even say nothing. Those were directed at me.
Bubble guts.
My fucking stomach hurt. Y'all don't understand.
She got bubble guts.
I heard you had 6 slices of pizza. What's up with you? Why you eating like a fucking Ninja Turtle? What's wrong with you? You over there eating like Raffaello.
I had 2 slices of pizza in my stomach. Like, you know how you have
pizza last night.
Why you don't learn that we can't do cheese? You just don't learn.
I know. I haven't been lactose intolerant my whole life. Like, this is something new.
Once you hit 30, it's over.
Yeah.
That shit is, I cannot.
Once you hit 30, it's something in your stomach that just turns, that says no dairy.
Yeah.
It makes me nauseous. It makes my stomach hurt. Like, it's like just.
Now you got the studio stanking. Look at you. You just.
No, I couldn't even use it's not even like I have gas, like the gas pain. Like,
oh, it's bright. That motherfucker's ripe.
Gas. That shit
sounded like a Swizz beat in there.
That
I feel like your appendix about to bust.
Yes, that's what it feels like.
That's when you got to start humming Beyonce songs and rubbing your back while you on the toilet.
You got to start doing yoga. Like, I was in there doing downward dog. Like,
you got to sit Indian
happy
style on
baby
the toilet.
pose. Like,
you lay a towel down at least. I don't think we've mopped those floors in at least a week.
Oh man.
Anyways, Tyler.
Well, we were getting into Tyler's recent interview.
We're not going to play a clip because we just keep getting flagged. But the first clip that I quote unquote went viral was Tyler talking about in the 2000s. All the producers and rappers did not sound alike. T.I. didn't sound like Jay-Z. T.I. didn't sound like 50. 50 didn't sound like Jay-Z. Pharrell didn't sound like Dr. Dre. Quick didn't sound like Kanye. Just Blaze didn't sound like Alchemist. Like, it was so much more variety.
Mm-hmm.
And now these young kids are just taking the exact same thing that's working and trying to, I believe he used the word cosplay.
Yeah.
Whatever's working at the time and redoing it.
I mean, it's simple. It's one reason for all of that. Social media. Social media made it easier for people to be seen, people to be heard. If you live, I don't care where you live. If you hear a sound that's hot right now on the internet and it's taking off, you're going to try to duplicate that. You're going to try to replicate that so that you can, be seen and be heard. It's just with technology and putting everybody in such a small device, connecting each other in such a small device. This is a result of that. Everybody's influenced by what they're seeing, what they're scrolling. They don't have to leave their house no more to know what's going on in the culture and in the world. Like, they can see how people are dressing from their basement. They can see how people are sounding from their basement. They could know the new slang that's in this city just by hitting refresh. So I think it's a result of that. It's just what it is. It's one of those things where social media is great, but at the same time, it's kind of like follow the leader.
And I think we had that combo years and years ago that social media just got rid of regions.
Yeah.
But now I think we're finally seeing the results really manifest themselves as far as sound, look. But interesting coming from Tyler, because why I actually always loved Tyler, even before I started to like his music, because a lot of that early Odd Future stuff just wasn't really for me before he started to get in like his Flower Boy bag. But I always loved that he spoke up for the younger kids, and like, we're not all here to suck the legends' dicks. We're kids. We're doing what the fuck we want. Leave us alone. It doesn't make sense to you.
Yeah.
And now Tyler's in his 30s, and I feel like the younger Tyler may critique this older Tyler. But also, Tyler didn't sound like anyone else when he was a kid and came out.
No.
He was completely...
He was always himself.
But he was always championing the younger kids to do whatever the fuck they want and don't listen to the people that are older than you.
Yeah,
So-
but in doing so, I think what he was championing is originality.
Which he's had his entire career.
Yes, which I think he can always fall back on is like his critique is, especially, and we didn't even got into this yet, but with this, the white kid Ian that's been popping up everywhere, who truthfully, man, get him the fuck out of here. I don't get why that's a thing.
Just him? It's a bunch of
But like
it's a bunch of hymns.
He's got songs with like Yachty. He's like a guy in the South. Like, why?
I don't know enough about the kid Ian.
That's not a joke. I mean, he's making fun of a meme, but like that's one of his. I think that's a project he put out. That's the cover art. That's him. Like that's not a fake photo.
Now, okay,
We didn't think that was
Yeah,
a fake photo.
I agree.
Well, no, because like
I
that's
agree
a
with
viral meme. But
I
he
agree
did
with every last thing that Tyler said in this interview, down to him being a music nerd. I resonate with that. This shit is like, we breathe and live this stuff. It's not meme rap. Like, you just doing it for a lick is offensive. You're not pushing the culture forward. You're just pushing your pockets forward for a year. Now, I won't advocate for the devil, but I've never seen a rapper dress like this. So this kid is pretty fucking original to me as far as the look goes.
No, that's you guys are old. This is a famous meme. It says I'm about to do it to him. I'm gonna do it to him meme. You guys don't know this meme?
I've seen that kid on stage with Yachty. I've heard the song that Lyrical Lemonade just did the video for.
This was
I'm
a
aware.
viral,
I don't know too much about him.
This was a viral meme. I'm gonna do it to him. This like there's a template for a meme that blew up.
In Nantucket, he would have done it to him.
So because he looks like that kid, it's smart. This is smart. That's good branding. I'm not mad at the optics of that. That's funny, whatever. But Tyler said this white kid, regular Caucasian man, and he's like mocking Future and Gucci Man, like rap music. This is like weird. So, but if you listen to his music, it is. I mean, he's just lifting. I mean, it's the same shit. It's the same beats.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah. This
isn't news to me. I think for the most part, commercial music is very much cut and paste and super unoriginal. I think we have amazing talent, but you can count on one hand now when you could count on a couple before.
I mean,
it's all the same flow. It's exactly
but that's
drums.
Again, that's a product.
It's the same. But
Tyler is dressed like that right now on the couch. He has a polo with shorts on and penny loafers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that. This is just a product of, people being able to see what everybody's doing immediately and hear what everybody is saying immediately. Like, you can hear it as soon as you open your phone. You know what's the new sound coming out of the South and who's the hottest out of this region and who's the hottest. So, when cats hear that, now, with algorithms, people are going to try to replicate that in their own way and kind of jump in that algorithm because that's what's hot right now. That's what's going on. Instead of before social media, you just had to become somebody hot and dope in your city, on your block, and get a buzz locally first. And then people in other cities and regions will start to hear about this kid out of Chicago, or this kid out of LA, or this kid out of New York. And now, you just got to post you doing something stupid in 7-Eleven and go viral and put your fucking link tree with your music at the end of the fucking video. And now people can hear your music. So it's just what social media has done. It's put everybody right in each other's pocket. That's exactly what it is.
Because even one of my favorite Tyler interviews was an early one. He's like sitting in a hotel lobby. It's when Odd Future just popped, and they were like, yo, you guys are the kings of the underground. It's crazy. And Tyler was like, yo, fuck the underground. I want to go to the VMAs. I want a Grammy. I want my shit to be everywhere. Fuck the underground. Don't ever think I'm one of those artists just because it seems that way.
Yeah.
I'm here to commercialize my shit. I want everyone to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
the other side of that coin is the result of Ian.
Mm-hmm.
When hip hop gets so commercialized,
Mm-hmm.
you get amazing people like Tyler,
Mm-hmm.
but you also get people that are just gonna follow what's relevant. And because hip hop is so relevant in everyone's faces, of course, kids that know nothing about this shit and have the Dockers on are gonna be like, yo, I could just hit this one program on my computer and sound just like Future.
Mm-hmm.
Think I'm not gonna do that as a teenager?
Well,
Like, it's the same result.
We should talk about it every time, just the power of, technology and how a no-name kid who is just not even known really locally wherever he's from, he can upload his music and have it sitting in the same space as Beyonce's new album.
Yeah.
Whereas before, you had to really be known if somebody owned a record shop or owned a music store and you wanted to get your CD in there. First of all, you had to be hot. You had to have a buzz in the city.
You also had to have money to press up all that shit.
This is what I'm saying. So now I could just record something and hit upload and have my shit on iTunes the same day Beyonce releases her album. Like the biggest artist in the world. So, you got to look at it like, yes, technology is great. Social media is great. But there's going to be some things as a result of everybody having almost the same type of playing field and opportunity to be seen and be heard. Of course, some things are going to start to be like, yo, that's not even authentic. That's not even, who is this? This is somebody just cosplaying what they think is dope or what they think is cool. And that's exactly what this is.
So to your point of the cosplaying, Boo, which I don't want to call Akon's brother, and I think that's becoming very offensive because Boo in his own right has been a legend in this industry.
For sure.
But behind the scenes. So, I mean, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
And he also looks identical to Akon.
Yeah.
Like I've seen him in the Def Jam building and for a second I had to double take, oh, that's Boo. I thought that was Akon.
Mm-hmm.
He replied on his IG and said he signed Ian. And that does mean a lot coming from Boo as far as his reputation and integrity in the music business. Like he's not a go find some bullshit type of executive. He has cared about music for 2 decades now.
Yeah.
And has been behind some of our favorite artists.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it means something coming from Boo. I signed Ian. I'm from Atlanta. He sounds nothing like Gucci or Future. It's called influence. But I never thought I'd see the day where you became old and hating on the youth. Which I don't know if that's fully true, but
I mean, you can't
is it
say
influence?
You can't say he sounds nothing like
He does.
Future or Gucci. And then say it's called influence. All right, so he's influenced by Gucci and Future. So naturally, you're gonna hear and see some of those influences, and it's okay. We're all influenced by those before us. We all need to look to somebody to chase and try to emulate and say, I want to do that. I want to be the next this, but I want to do it in my way.
I think we stumbled on a good conversation here, and we can use them as an example. When I started to like Tyler was when his stuff started to sound very much like the Neptunes and very much influenced by the Neptunes.
Mm-hmm.
But Tyler added Tyler to that.
Mm-hmm.
He was clearly influenced by them.
Right.
He didn't just sound like NERD and Pharrell.
Mm-hmm.
Took what he loved from them and made it his own.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's influence. Maybe my ear is, what's the opposite of mature? Because I'm old as fuck.
Immature?
It's not youthful. Maybe my ear's not youthful and I can't see the difference with this new generation and how they don't sound anything differently. It sounds like a Future ripoff to me. He didn't push that sound forward at all.
Mm-hmm.
He kept that sound in the same place and did it worse than Future and Gucci. But I could sound like an old hater in that point. With Tyler, I can directly see where he influenced something, made it his own, and pushed that sound and that genre forward.
Yeah.
Do you think Ian is doing that?
I mean, I haven't heard much of his stuff, so I can't speak to his music. I'm just more so speaking to what Tyler is saying and, the others that are out there that kind of emulate what they see that's hot and what they see that's, popular right now. And they try to do that. And again, that's not...
I'm speaking more to what Boo is saying is that influence. Is that influence or is that a rip?
Yeah, but Boo...
Because I know what influence is when I listen to Tyler. I don't hear that in the 2 or 3 songs I've heard from Ian, which again, I don't have a youthful ear.
It's tricky because if I'm influenced by somebody, like if I'm influenced by Kobe playing basketball, at some point, if I'm a great player, you're going to see certain remnants of Kobe's game.
That's different, because at the end of the day, the goal there is to just score a basket. Like,
yeah, but the goal here is to make good music. The goal here is to make hits.
Good is subjective.
Yeah, hitting a shot is not subjective. It either goes in or it doesn't.
Yeah, a record is either good or it's not.
No, that's not true.
There's some records that are undeniable.
Argued, right? We've literally just sat here for 3
Well, no, you're right.
months and
There are
argued beef.
songs that are undeniable for sure. I don't know if Ian is making undeniable records.
I can't speak to that. I don't
just
know enough
like
of his
that
catalog.
Boo
to
said
speak
like
to that.
him being from Atlanta, as if that holds any weight. Like you can be the problem and still be from the city where the influence derives from. That's not those two things. There's no like correlation there.
No, I think Boo is trying to say, I was around for Gucci, Future. Like I was in Atlanta. I know the difference between what we were doing at that time and what Ian is doing.
Mhm.
There is a big difference. He's just influenced by these guys. I'm from Atlanta. I know this. I know Atlanta better than you would know Atlanta.
Mhm.
That's what I think Boo was trying to say.
Yeah, and not only that, he's more so saying like he's not trying to be those guys.
Yeah.
He's not just copy and paste and trying to rap like them and make music like them, but he is influenced by them. And again, if you're influenced by somebody, sooner or later there's going to be some remnants. There's going to be some like, oh, okay, I see. I could tell if somebody said, this person, yeah, he influenced you. Like, okay, I could see that. I could hear that in your music. But again, I don't know, man. I understand what Tyler's saying. But I also understand what Boo is saying as well. I think Tyler's more so saying like we just need more originality. And again, when you have a white kid that's kind of like making that music or dressing a certain way, it's like, bro, that's not your culture.
But I just think that people like Tyler, Travis, Cuddy, like artists like that are allowed to say all that shit. Like, if it's coming from someone that may not have the resume that they do as far as changing the sound and the culture, I can see that looking like old hate. Like when I say it, I could totally see someone being like, yo, you're an old fucking hater. I think Tyler and all of them deserve a pass on anything they say in regards to pushing genres forward. Because they have. So they're allowed to complain about all the people that are doing this cheap shit and not contributing the way they are.
And I just like when people like Tyler just, they throw their opinions out there because they're such, their personality and their character. It's entertaining, but then and you understand they really care about the art and the culture. So I understand what Tyler's saying, but I also get where Boo's coming from as well. So
yeah.
No worry and mouth.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. As a parent that works full-time, sometimes it's very easy to let my own priorities slip. Focused on the kids, focused on work, focused on everything else but yourself. Even when we know what makes us happy, it's hard to make time for ourselves. But when you feel like you have no time for yourself, non-negotiables like therapy are more important than ever. Therapy has taught me a lot of coping skills and how to set boundaries. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist. And if you don't like that therapist, you can just find another one for no additional charge. Never skip therapy day with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/RoryMall today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/RoryMall. I mean, I don't know, maybe you just gotta take a Molly and then I feel like your ears will connect to what everyone's doing.
I took Molly once and never again.
Loosen up a bit.
Didn't make you want to cheat?
I couldn't. It didn't work.
But did you want to cheat?
Of course.
I mean, I was single. It wasn't cheating. But I don't think Molly makes you want to cheat.
Just makes you
No,
wanna
I don't
fuck.
think it does. I think it makes
I don't think Molly be like, yo, now cheat. No, that's not how that works.
How would you know?
That's not how Molly don't make.
some woman named Molly just pops up on your shoulder and is like, cheat.
just say, nigga, just say it was a chick that was there you was attracted to and the chemistry was right. She was feeling you in the moment, presented herself, and you cheated.
What friend
All of them.
pressured Kev to do that?
All of them. Nah. Well, Kevin Hart he claimed he was pressured by a friend into taking Molly before he cheated on his wife in 2017, according to some court documents.
Did these court documents just become available or something?
It's the plastic cup boys gave him the wrong cup.
That can happen.
Oh, ooh,
So you're
dude.
accusing Spank of drugging someone. That's a crime, you know.
No, I'm saying they're boys. They all how many? Like 9. They all drank Molly. That's what they did.
Yeah, but
Yo,
Molly
I don't think it was a pressure. I think him and his friends were out and did Molly.
Listen, first of
And then
all,
he
I
fucked
think
the girl.
any
It happened in Vegas, right?
I
If
don't
I remember
care.
the doc.
Listen,
they hand you Molly at TSA, like when you're exiting. the Vegas airport.
Listen, man, y'all missing the whole point. Any grown man that say he was pressured into doing something, cut the shit, man. As a grown fucking man, like, you're not pressured into doing nothing after a certain age. Like, stop the shit.
I'm gonna give Kev a lot of bail here, and you guys may be mad at me. In court documents, because wasn't he suing one of his friends or something for like exposing that video? Because him and his wife never split, so there wouldn't be court documents between them.
Mm-hmm.
When he was suing his friend, you know the courts always go through, all right, was they intoxicated? Like they have to make sure everyone was sober. Even before you get on the stand, they have to make sure you have not had anything to drink, no alcohol, nothing. That could have been an angle his lawyer told him to do within this lawsuit.
Oh, I'm not listening.
That you were under the influence and this man took your video. Like,
I get it.
That could be a great way in court.
Listen, you talking about legality.
They'll say anything in court.
I get it. I understand that part of the game. I'm talking about as homies sitting here in this room. Man, ain't nobody pressuring no 38-year-old man to
38 at the time, yeah.
Ain't nobody pressuring you to do nothing. Are you fucking kidding me?
I mean,
you know what's funny?
He works a lot. I don't know.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
This is his best attempt at deflecting the onus of the biggest offense.
Listen,
cheating on his wife.
I know when you had a conversation with your lawyer. I get it. I understand. Say what you got to say in that motherfucking courtroom so we can get out of here and not have no bullshit attached to us. I get it. We talking like homies here in this room, though. If you 30-something years old, nobody can't pressure you into doing a goddamn thing. If you do something, you wanted to do that. That's the bottom line.
No, but he was drugged. He was on the Molly, so he wasn't thinking clear mall.
No, he's saying he was pressured by the friend into taking the Molly.
No, but I'm saying the drug then becomes the crutch to say, I wasn't thinking right. I wouldn't have fucked this girl otherwise. It was the drug that made me do it. Like, he uses the Molly.
Bro, what nigga took a Molly and didn't plan to fuck right after that? Who took Molly and was like, yeah, I'm gonna just go lay down after I take this Molly?
Take a power nap.
I can honestly say the countless times I've taken Molly, I was already had lined up. I was fucking that night. Like, I'm not taking Molly to.
You're not taking Molly because
with the fellas to kick
I can't sleep. Nigga, you taking Molly because you like, yo, listen,
awake.
I'm trying to fuck this. I'm trying to nail her to the wall like this paint right here. You ain't taking Molly for no other reason other than the fuck.
Wait, so y'all were taking Molly like for like almost like a enhancement? I used to take Molly for like fun.
No.
Go have fun, but you have something lined up that night.
Yeah, my part of my fun after I took that Molly was I'm about to fuck this bad bitch all night.
Because you can't sleep.
Didn't work.
You know, insomnia.
Yeah.
You know, you have to take it. But
no horniness.
But I don't know. I feel like if you were gonna go out with a bunch of your friends in Vegas and had a bunch of parties lined up, yeah, I might take some Molly. I'm just saying in my times I've always had something lined up.
Yeah, but you party.
He might have just ran into that chick at a party already and had nothing lined up and, you know.
Yeah, but there's Molly's in my system, so.
Molly's.
Ain't no telling.
Ain't no telling when the Molly's in the system. Is it gonna work? Is it not gonna work? It's a gamble.
It's gonna work.
We in Vegas. Let the dice roll. But I'm not, come on, man. You 30-some years old, ain't nobody pressure you into doing a goddamn thing.
Where you even find Molly at 30-something?
Say again?
At 30-something, where'd you even find that shit? In 2017?
I think anybody taking pills in 2024 is fucking crazy.
Well, he took them in 2017, though.
Okay, but I'm saying now, anybody that still takes pills now today, you're fucking crazy. With all this fake shit out here, you are fucking insane.
I would be nervous. Even if like I was going on a vacation, I've been planning this shit for 6 months, I don't get time away, I wouldn't do Molly now.
There's no way.
I'd be too scared.
I won't even take a Tylenol out of nigga hand.
Well, that'd be sick.
Like, show me the bottle, man. Don't just give me a loose Tylenol.
Break the seal off that.
Yeah, nigga, I got a headache. Yo, here, take this. Get the fuck out of here.
But ironically, all the shit we're scared about in that comes from the same place that Tylenol does.
Yeah, but I still want my Tylenol from a Tylenol bottle. Don't pull a loose Tylenol out the fifth pocket on your jeans and say, yo, here, take this. I'm not taking that shit.
I understand pharmacies can get busy, but have you guys always wondered why it takes so long for pharmacists to just fill a bottle up with like 6 pills?
Well, because they have to get the prescription from
I know that. But like
they need to make sure that shit is paid for on the other end.
Yeah, the insurance. Not about just give you
not
the
about
pills
just giving you they making sure that shit is paid for.
I know. Well, I mean, a lot of people have health insurance and it just says 1 cent. I get it. Transaction has to happen.
Yeah.
But even then, like, I see y'all chilling. There's no one here but me.
Mm-hmm.
Why are y'all bagging up like y'all at the Carter right now?
Nobody
like,
is slower.
Just put 6 fucking pills in there. I paid. Give it to me.
Nobody's slower than a pharmacist. Nobody's slower than a pharmacist, and no one has a longer fucking lunch than a pharmacist.
Bank tellers.
Oh my bank. Yeah, but somebody's always at the bank. The pharmacy would just close down.
That's what makes no sense. What law did they pass with that? Where from fucking 1 to 2, all pharmacies are closed.
Yeah.
Like they're the only job on earth I know
count up.
that closes the whole shit.
They closed.
gotta
Yeah,
count
whole
up.
pharmacy closed.
They
They
back there counting up that money. They counting that Billy that came in today.
Listen, I'm gonna get to the bottom of it eventually. I haven't been
You
to
gonna
the
get to
rabbit
the
hole.
bottom of Big Pharma? Good luck.
Yo, okay.
Whoa.
That's an ambitious
How
white
could-
man.
First of all, Biden already beat Big Pharma, so
Oh, that's true.
I don't need to do that.
Yeah,
That's been solved.
Yeah.
I just want to know why it takes so long
Got you.
at the pharmacy. But Kev, I mean, you know,
Kev, you know we fuck
Kev
with
had a
you.
whole documentary of taking accountability of cheating on his wife. I highly doubt he went to his mans and was like, "Why'd you force me to cheat on my wife?"
J. Cole's got a whole song about it.
Listen, man, I
He's in
understand.
the video.
I get it. I know when you had that talk with your lawyer and they gave you the play to run in the courtroom. I ain't mad at Kev.
Kevin doing everything he can to not lose half. If you really want to keep the buck.
listen,
That's the-
and I
that's what
salute
he's
it.
doing. He's
And I'm
protecting
saluting him.
half.
I'm saluting him. We just talking as people that ain't got nothing to do with this shit. Ain't nobody pressuring no 30-something-year-old man to cheat on his wife. That's not pressure.
Because the same way we've been forced to take Molly and cheat on people is the same way we've all worn women's lingerie, right? That's all like a thing, right? That we all do.
Nah, bro, I don't know where you going. Where you
No, I
trying to
feel like
take
if
the
the-
Oh,
culture?
you done squeezed that ass in a thong before.
And up top, two bee stings.
About to send you back to the bathroom.
I ain't gonna lie. I almost told Demaris something just now that would have got me kissed.
I saw the bitch like resting on your lip.
Yeah, like, yo, you got me all the way twisted. If you think I ever put a thong on in my life, get the fuck out of here.
So you don't feel like if there was 30 men in a room, 20 of them have just put on women's clothes in their free time. You don't feel like that stat adds up?
I don't think I've ever been in a room with 30 men and 20 of them had a thong on. No.
But in their past, though.
not like not in the room with you thonged up. He's talking about like in the
You
past.
was at the box.
Yeah, but that was just Mrs. Rosewood that had a thong. Like, that was just one person.
Have you guys ever tried on like your mom's
Never.
clothing or shoes or
Never.
anything? Not even shoes?
Never.
And if you're looking to feel better about you doing it,
Yeah.
you're not
Well,
going to get that
Chris,
here. But I will say, I don't judge you. If that's
No,
your thing,
well, not clothing.
your
not,
journey is your journey.
Not clothing.
And it
but
brought
when I
you
was-
here, and I'm happy
because
for it.
heels make you taller. So when you're younger, like I would like step into my mom and dad's closet and like and I'd be like, taller. I'm not walking around the house in them.
You're also gayer.
You're just- Sure, fine. But like for the sake of being like, ooh, I'm like 3 inches taller now. I'm not like taking photos and like gaping myself. I'm just fucking putting on the shoes.
That was
and
very
standing
specific.
A little taller.
All right, cool.
But that
Whatever
was it.
Your
Like,
journey is your journey, bro.
Because I had it because when this happened, Rory texted this to me this morning when I was at the gym and I was working out, and I was thinking back, I was like, did I ever do that? And I was like, I never tried on clothing, but I definitely at some point tried on like my dad's shoes too. But it was stupid because they're the same. They're on the floor. Like it was
What's the funniest part about this conversation is we've given no context, and I don't think everyone saw the Oscar de la Hoya clip.
No.
And may think I just asked you guys if you've tried on women's clothes.
well, Oscar De
I
La
didn't
Hoya.
text Julian when he was at the gym like, yo, you be wearing women's
he
clothes?
Sent me the clip.
No. It was the inspiration behind it. I get it. Oscar De La Hoya was on an episode of Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharp. And Oscar says, I'm glad I said they were real lingerie photos because it set me free. 15 years ago, so what? I bet if I ask 30 people here, 20 of them say, yeah, I wore something from a woman in closed doors. That's what happens. Mine just came out publicly. Shannon Sharp says, yeah, I don't know about that, Oscar.
I don't know about that, Oscar.
Yeah. No.
And Julian, I don't think that's what Oscar was
No,
referring
of course.
to. I don't think he was saying, like when toddlers are just playing with things in closets.
Yeah, I mean, that's different. You don't know what the hell you're doing.
How
as
do
a
you think you
toddler.
come up with that stat?
Are these the? Oh,
I'm so tired of people fake ass statistics. Everybody got a fake stat.
Wait, he did
But
this
that-
and then threw the gloves
Women have
on?
that weird stat where they say like
That's weird.
90% of men are on the down low. And it's like, where did you get that stat?
I don't know. I'll go with about 50 though.
That's what women get cooked by one nigga. They cook their soul, and then
50
they hate all men.
50% of straight men are not on the down low. That's no way.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's an insane
That's an
stat.
insane number.
Yo, that's
an
yo. You know how
insane
crazy?
number.
I don't think you know how crazy.
That's an insane stat.
That means like two of us. It's 4 men in this room. That means that 2 of us is on
Yeah,
the down low
that's
here
crazy.
by those numbers. Get the fuck out.
I mean,
of
the
here.
fans would say.
That's crazy.
But What's the Oscars? I mean, I'm glad he's free. Like everyone
I'm
knew
glad
he was
he's free.
He's been
doing-
free for a long time.
Yeah, but there was years when
He's
everyone
one of the greatest boxers ever. He's
Oh,
been
yeah, the
free
heels on
for
him,
a very long
that's
time.
fire.
But there was a
You know what's crazy? He can
time
still
when everyone
fuck
knew
you
this
up in this
rumor.
outfit.
and he kept denying it.
He can still kick your ass in this fit.
Oh, for sure.
Didn't he say he was
plant
drugged?
that heel and
He was what?
He said he was drugged, right?
Molly from his friend that pressured him.
Plastic cup.
Man.
Plastic glove boys.
Listen, man, Molly ain't never made a nigga want to put a fishnet onesie on.
Look at the fedora is crazy.
The
Wait, did
fedoras was crazy? That's what's crazy, that whole
Like,
picture.
He had to keep the wig
The
in place.
wig on,
the
and then the
fedora is the
fedora
most
on
normal
top
part
of
of the
the wig.
picture. Like the fuck, the fedora is the most normal part of that picture.
How you the Ramones on top and Madonna on the bottom?
Yeah, that's sick.
They called him Beauty and the Kink. That's funny.
Yeah, Oscar, you the only one on that type of shit, bro.
Did he really say that someone drugged him though, or you were just doing a callback to Kevin?
I think he said he was drugged. I think he said he was drugged and he didn't know
That's crazy.
what was going on.
All the times he did it.
Listen, man, just live your truth, man. Just live in your truth. That's what people should do. Live in your truth. Live your life. It's 2024. Nobody gives a fuck. Like this is the time where anything goes. There's no rules. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Yeah, even Michael.
And
Rubin
if
told
you
us.
speak on somebody doing what the fuck they want to do, guess what? You get canceled.
Mm.
That's where the world is at now. If I say, yo, damn, that's crazy. They're like, yo, nah, you can't do that. What?
Yeah,
Mm.
talk to Michael Rubin. He let us know that Meek can be
Ma-
gay if he wants to be.
I saw
But there's not a
the
gay bone in his body.
Emily in Paris. They had like the release, like
Chez mon chéri.
Oui,
Yes.
oui.
Yeah, oui,
Okay,
oui,
you know
mon
what?
chéri.
I do think statistically 50% of men are on the down low.
I told you.
'Cause I saw two people just clap out of the 4 men. that-
And
Because
it's
I like
YouTube,
Emily
'cause
in
you know how
Paris.
hype-
My
This
shit.
show is amazing.
It's my shit right here. Y'all know I love Emily in
I
Paris.
Well,
know.
they were having like the
when you on
debut
Molly, right?
whatever something on West 4th yesterday, and I thought about you. I was like, oh, they like had this whole restaurant on West 4th like decorated like
Yes.
Paris. They had like the little Vespa, like it was cute.
Well, New York City is slowly turning into Paris. I don't know if you know that. There's bikes every fucking where.
Bike
I've never
and
been to
dirt.
Paris, but everyone on my Instagram goes there every weekend, so I've seen a lot of
hater.
clips.
He hates
Mhm.
people that
Where
go.
in New York looks like Paris? Because I would love to go.
Everywhere in Soho.
I'm just stepping
There is a
over.
little Paris. like,
Everywhere in
in
Soho looks like Paris.
It's pretty close
Eating
here.
outside on the sidewalk. That's a Paris
next
thing.
to the rats.
Yeah.
hmm
I'm hyped.
Are they stepping over fentanyl addicts?
And
In Paris?
Paris is very dirty.
Okay,
People don't know that
I-
about
I
Paris.
really
people,
don't.
people think Paris is like this beautiful, clean city. Paris is dirty. It's a dirty city.
Ma, when are you binging this? Because we have to watch together.
Oh my god.
That's gay, but I don't know. It's only one episode that's out though, right?
Don't they do? They do the whole season. It's Netflix.
But it
So
says,
sometimes Netflix will release 3x3, 1x1.
yeah, I think it only said part 1 of season 4.
Oh, that's well. They're doing it. Yeah, so
doing it in
they
parts?
released half the
4A,
season.
4B.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I gotta watch this.
Okay, so no spoiler alerts, but like, what's your predictions of where she's at right now in her life?
To be honest,
Like,
I'm
where
gonna
do you
get
see her
recap.
taking this season?
I don't know, man. The season 3. Actually, I gotta watch season 3 over because it's been so long. I kind of forgot where it ended. But I do think something is telling me this may be the last season.
You think
Yeah, I think this
God
might be.
willing.
I think she's gonna end up coming back to America at some point.
Chicago?
Yeah,
How many years has these 3 seasons taken place in?
It's just a year each. So
Okay.
she's like in her 3rd year now
Okay.
in Paris, 4th year. This is so how they're doing half the season. It's like the final season of Ozark. What they did. 5 episodes are out now. I don't know if there's a release date on the second batch of episodes, but it seems like if they do the
okay.
part
So
1,
5 are out now.
and I'm assuming they'll.
What
be
are they?
another
34
5.
minutes? 35 minutes?
Yeah,
That's quick. This
I'm
is a great
excited.
show,
a
man.
great show.
They still haven't called me. It's okay.
They
I had a
filled,
lot-
I
they
sent you
filled
the-
their black quota though.
Yeah, they did, right?
Yeah.
But I sent you the ticket link to go to like the premiere in New York. I put it in the chat, which I got from our New Rory Mall Twitter community.
Oh, I didn't see that. I wouldn't have won anyway, but
Why not? You
I
know,
fuck with
support M?
Camille. She's dope.
Bet you do.
She's cool.
No, her personality. I know.
Alfie's the man too.
50%.
this is a great show, man. This is like my corny show that I watch.
Mhm.
Like it's corny, but it's like good corny though.
I watched the Oh God, I forgot the title already with Matt Damon.
Instigators.
Instigators. I watched it last night. I'm mad they killed my man's off so quick.
I didn't want to spoil it.
It happened so quick. It's not even really a spoiler. It's like when Chris Brown gets killed in You Got Served.
Yeah.
Or I mean, what's the other Greek version?
Stomp the Yard.
Stomp the Yard.
The Greek version.
Can we talk about it? Should we talk about it?
Sure.
What'd you think of the movie?
Okay.
Ignore the spoiler. We'll skip over that. We won't say who.
By the way, Jack did really good. I was upset with that because he was
What
great.
is that on Hulu?
No,
It's
Apple TV.
Apple TV.
Okay.
I do want to say Jack Harlow was great in the time that he was there. I refused to see White Man Can't Jump, so I did not know if he was going to be a good actor.
Mhm.
He did great with them.
Okay.
Yeah, he was really good in it.
With that said, the trailer kind of threw me off.
They made him seem like he was the man in it.
Not just with Jack, the whole movie, the trailer threw me off. I thought it was like really going to be this heist movie that's like similar to The Town or something like that. It was kind of like a buddy comedy.
It was a comedy.
Ridiculous. It wasn't a intricate Ocean's 11 movie the way I thought it was going to be.
Mm.
Like it's a lot of stupid. Like he's bleeding out for like half the movie.
Yeah,
they
how
didn't
did
even
he
put
not
pressure
die?
on his wound. I'm like, okay, I get what this is. Like pushing the biggest safe I've ever seen in my life by yourself out of a window. I was like, okay, this is like a buddy rock Kevin Hart comedy.
Mm-hmm.
This is not what the trailer was. But with that said, I did enjoy the movie.
It was a good movie.
I laughed. It was a good movie, just not what I expected.
I gotta check it out because y'all was talking about it in the chat, and
I liked
trailer
it.
looked dope.
They did a good job. But yeah, to Roy's point, it was like a blue collar version of a rock Kevin Hart. Like it had obviously a big budget, but it didn't seem overly Hollywood. It was still very Boston.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. And it's just, classic corrupt police system, politics, or it's Boston.
It takes place in Boston.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They hit all the spots. They go to the Haba. They go to the fucking Fenway.
Haba.
They do it all.
But what was the most annoying thing about it, I'm watching it with Kia, right? And Matt Damon's character's name is Rory
Yes, that's
in the
right.
movie.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't a spoiler alert. He has a therapist, and she's a main character in the entire thing. And throughout the movie, she acts as a therapist through the whole thing
Mm-hmm.
and just asks him like real therapy questions about what he's doing with his life. And every time she was like, well, Rory, do you think that was a smart decision to make for your future? And Kia the whole time on the couch would just go,
It's a movie.
like that therapist
Like
was
she
talking
wants
to
to
me.
ask you. She wants to ask you the same thing.
And for some reason, they call Matt Damon Rory in the beginning. And then you never hear it again until the therapist comes in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
And she says Rory about 50 fucking times for the rest of the movie. She can't see him without saying the name.
Mm-hmm.
Every question she asks. It was the most annoying thing in my house watching that movie.
So
because Kia wanted me to answer some of the questions. I'm like, well,
She's not
I didn't
talking
do
to-
this.
Yeah, she's not talking to me.
But do you see the similarities? No.
That's why you can't watch certain movies with your lady sometimes.
When your name is in the movie?
Yeah, you got to just binge that shit on your own.
But I'm not used to that. Rarely, I never watched Gilmore Girls. So hearing my name is weird.
Demaris, do you have which one? Are you the friend in your group that if y'all take a picture together and you don't like how you look in the photo, but everybody else likes it, you vote to not post the picture?
No, they could post it. Just don't tag me.
It's still you.
Post it, but don't.
It's still that's fine. Just don't tag me. Or actually, you could tag me. I just won't repost it, and don't be surprised that I don't repost it. If I don't like,
Why not?
because I don't like ugly pictures of me. You don't like ugly pictures of you, right?
I never even really look at. If somebody takes a picture, I don't look at the picture. I've taken pictures with people. I've never looked at it. I couldn't tell how. If they like it, I'm like, great.
That's fine. Yeah, but I'm not going to repost a picture I don't like. But you're free to post it. I wouldn't. If everybody else likes the picture, I'm not going to say, guys, no, don't post it. That's whack. No.
Have you ever had a friend edit you in their photo because they were editing everyone else?
Oh, that's awful.
Oh my God, Gabrielle Union did that to Beyonce. It was awful. But no, you don't edit a Beyonce photo. Beyonce takes a photo with you, and you just accept. She face-tuned Beyonce.
Who?
Gabrielle Union. Y'all never seen that photo?
No.
Face tuning Beyonce is hilarious.
I was staring at it like,
And but getting approval to do it is crazy.
I know she didn't get approval to do that shit. Look at it. Oh my God.
There's no way you could post a photo of Beyonce without.
I mean, if you're Gabrielle Union, probably.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, she yassified B.
Oh, because Tia posted the original, and you can see the difference in Gabrielle Union's version. Why'd she do that to her?
I laughed for like 30 minutes straight when I saw that shit.
You know, when Kia was pregnant, she went out with one of her friends that respectfully has the surgery that like all the girls have, where they all like kind of look like
A fish.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't go fish, but you know, we all know that.
Botox?
No, the actual like the lip, nose, the thing that derived from the Kardashians trying to look like black women, and now all.
Because your whole face looks like it's being pulled back.
Yeah, like
It's like you're in a wind tunnel.
we're not all going to pretend like half these girls haven't gotten the exact same face surgery in the last 5 years.
I thought it was just Botox, but I didn't know it was surgery.
No, it's lips, everything. So,
They have the
but
last
she
name.
still
Never
edits
mind.
her face in every photo, and without even asking Kia, edited her face the same, and made Kia look like Cardi B, and tagged her. And I said, Kia, if you don't text that fucking girl to take that photo down, she looked insane.
I took a who was it? Somebody took I took a picture with, and they had the filter on, and when Azealia, we took a picture one night together. She had like whatever filter was on, and when she posted it, I was like, oh, I didn't know that filter was on. Like,
I've done that to y'all a bunch of times.
I'm like, yo, I don't look like that.
Do you remember what filter it was?
It was just a filter, like
It made your cheeks rosy and pink. Made your soft
everything.
skin
It just did. That was not me. It didn't look. I was like, I don't look like that. Like I didn't look like terrible, but it was like I don't look like that. Like what is? But I didn't know that filter is on when you open the camera. Like it's already on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
y'all just walk around with that. Like everything is gonna look like that. I guess.
Bad.
I don't know.
Some people do it. Some people are insecure.
Do you think there'll ever be a documentary about how the dog ears and tongue
Mhm.
filter changed the world?
Oh, what about the flower crown? Yeah. 2016 was the
Our-
best year of our life.
Our data was compromised, don't get me wrong, but I think that's when they just stopped hiding it.
We're scanning your face.
Like this is,
Yeah.
but you know,
Did you guys see? I saw this recently.
Peach used to kill those crown flower ones. I still have some of those saved. He used to make fun of Raven when she would do her selfies with that, and Peach would try to do the exact same face in our group chat. That was some of the funniest shit I'd ever seen in my life. And he would put like the Snapchat shit, Ravy B face. Oh, I miss the old days, man.
Classic.
Oh man,
Everything was funny back in the
I
day.
saw something that Google was getting sued or something was happening where basically they found out that, when you go in incognito mode, it's like nothing's supposed to get saved. Nothing, like the data's and obviously they were saving all that data.
Of course.
And
naturally.
Surprise.
They just put another name on it.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
Diet Coke is still Coke.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I think that there was something where they have to actually delete the data or something. I don't know where I was reading this, but it was fun. They're being led to tell you one thing and they're doing something else. That's pretty.
We're not being
here
led.
it is. Google forced to delete incognito mode's private data browsing history because that's what they obviously sell you with. But obviously that's not the case in reality.
They keep.
They're harvesting all that data, but I guess have been pressed enough where they're actually going to get rid of it.
Julian, when you download a new app, what's the first question they ask you?
Yeah, and
Ask app not to track. It doesn't say don't track me.
Right.
It says, yo, ask
them not.
them not
please,
to.
Please, y'all.
That didn't mean they were going to answer, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, like no. all right.
It's either yes or ask them not to.
Here's a little more context. Google attempted to have.
Have
this
you ever
case-
gotten an answer when you said ask them not to track?
They never say, all right, we're not tracking you.
When I say, yo, can you not track me? They've never been like,
They're like,
I got
whatever.
you.
Yeah, like no problem.
In 2021, they asked to have this case thrown out, but a judge ruled against them and sought for $5 billion. So that was in 2021, $5 billion. So who knows what the payout looks like now?
I was telling you guys in the car yesterday, it's the New York Post, so let me not say this is all facts. There was a gentleman that was suing Disney because his wife died of an allergic reaction at one of the Disney restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
And they went to court, and Disney found that he had signed up for a Disney Plus trial a year before his wife had died at their restaurant. And within those terms and conditions of doing the free trial to then pay for it, you agreed that we are not responsible for anything that happens to you and you're like company you could never even sue us, talk to us, period. When you hit yes on this,
Oh, that's the fine print.
We are not accountable for anything we do.
That's crazy.
That's
So the
insane.
family can't sue.
I think they're still in litigation now, but that's Disney's defense right now. He signed up for this. We have him in contract saying you can't sue us when you sign up for this, and you're suing us.
Y'all never like want to take the time out one day and just like really read all of that shit?
Nah.
Oh, here it is.
I used to do it when I was younger. I used to do it.
Here's the quote
Nah,
from
I don't like that shit.
from the terms. The notion in the terms agreed to by a consumer when creating a Disney Plus free trial account would forever bar that customer's right to a jury trial in any dispute with any Disney affiliate or subsidiary.
Covering everything.
Damn.
Yo, I'm signing up to pay y'all.
Yeah.
And in return,
I can't.
if you harm me, I can't do anything.
I can't do anything.
And I'm paying you.
Yeah.
Well, I hope
Do you ever see
watching Moana.
the South Park episode of when they're reading the terms and conditions of iTunes?
Yeah, of course. I love that episode.
You're agreeing that they could put someone's ass on your mouth.
It's the human centipede episode.
Yeah, and then that also means they can take another person and put an ass onto their mouth to just create a whole line of ass to mouth.
This is
in the
the
iTunes.
Yo.
The human centipede.
So, it was a play off the Human Centipede movie.
Yeah, it was. So basically, once you got an iPad,
It's so ridiculous that this
you
is
agree
like
to the
television.
terms and conditions. They can then take you and rip you from your family and your home and put you in their experimental trial where you're tested for this new product. Cuttlefish.
Yeah, the fact that South Park got such a reputation of being like lowbrow, immature fart comedy is the biggest.
That shit was an adult show.
That's wool being thrown over your eyes. The amount of shit they've covered.
Yeah.
There's someone with The Simpsons, just more reactive
They're
and
better.
tell the fucking truth. Yeah, I always prefer South Park over The Simpsons, but
Really? I don't know, man.
It's so much better than The Simpsons.
I don't know about that. The Simpsons is yeah.
I'm not
You know
saying
what it is?
it's not classic.
Y'all just saying that shit a little too like fast. Like y'all not even thinking about it.
well, when I was
If The
in,
Simpsons is if South Park
Park.
is better than The Simpsons.
South Park is better than The Simpsons.
I don't know. Y'all, that's too fast. That's too fast.
you're talking to younger people that like when we were in middle
That's
school,
the problem. Y'all brains.
we had
is
to like
fried.
sneak to watch it. It's like it was dangerous. Like we have a love for it that you probably don't have.
No, I
since
love
middle
South
school.
Park. I love, but I don't know if I'm gonna.
And
I
I'm
don't
real
know.
young because I'm gonna say Family Guy better than both of them.
Whoa, that's crazy.
I don't know about that's crazy. That's a stretch.
That's a stretch.
Family Guy being better than both.
I mean, Simpsons is obviously like the
A
nucleus of
classic.
all of that. I think they just pushed it to a different level where the Simpsons couldn't.
All right, so where y'all got the Boondocks at then?
The Boondocks is really, really good, but it didn't
Yeah.
have a long enough run.
Yeah, it was way
compare.
too short.
Yeah.
Boondocks is fucking great. Though.
It was great. It would have been number one if it lasted long enough. I
The
think
Boondocks, if they kept going,
the Boondocks
might have been
Biggie.
one of the best fucking
The
cartoons.
Boondocks is Biggie. I get it. Kinda.
Shut the fuck up, Julian.
She said it.
But I don't like the fact that you agree with it. He was
Why
like,
not?
I
Yeah,
get
you
it.
don't see the
Like,
parallels. Like it didn't
yeah.
get a chance to reach its full potential.
Yeah,
Spread
and
his
can you
wings.
imagine like the Boondocks now, just within like the culture of what they could react to, the way South Park does to like more middle America issues.
Bro,
If the Boondocks was around,
the
now, oh my
Boondocks
God.
Drake and Kendrick episode
would have been
Oh,
hilarious.
When I found out that was Regina King voicing both of them,
Yeah,
Crazy.
That's
That
the-
fucked me up. I ain't gonna lie.
That
When I
fucked me
found-
up
that fucked me
too.
up.
yeah, the Boondocks, what was it? 4 seasons? Yeah. Damn. Good times. Boondocks was great though.
for sure.
We got to bring Boondocks back.
Yeah, man. Out of all the reboots they're doing, Boondocks has to be one of them.
Shout out to Carl Jones, one of the producers on Boondocks as well.
For sure. Do we have voicemails?
You've got mail.
Of course. Here's a fun one. Let's give this gentleman some relationship advice.
What's going on, Rory and Maul Show? Shout out the whole squad. Looking for some relationship advice. I'm 23. I live in the DC area.
what's up?
And yeah, man, I just keep finding myself in situations where like I can tell that I'm more into a relationship than the girl is. And maybe I'm looking for advice on like how to, find people that match that energy, or maybe I need advice on like how to not get too excited too quickly. You know, just for a little more context, I'm definitely new to the dating game. I had strict parents growing up, so we wasn't outside. But yeah, man, I got to college and started trying to get out there. I thought I had a grip on things, you know, understanding what I like. Not like I had it all figured it out, but like it's been cycle after cycle, you know, bar one relationship of just definitely giving more than I receive. And not like it hurts, but it's definitely like I can feel like jaded is starting to play every time I wake up. And I don't like that because I genuinely want to not have a pessimistic outlook on love. I feel like that's a guaranteed road to ending up like my parents, and that's not what we want. So whatever advice you have on whether it's keeping a positive mindset or just how to maneuver better, but would appreciate it. Thanks.
I like him.
He's so sweet, and he doesn't know he has such a long way to go.
Why do you guys think he's so sweet?
He sounds sweet. Like he just sounds like, you know, like I like optimistic, hopeful people.
Do you think you're one of those people?
Yeah, I am.
Sorry.
I'm
Sorry.
Please. You flabbered all over the fucking mic. I would like for you to explain what about me is not optimistic.
No, let's just Karen to continue.
Tension was already building because you blocked her from your story. We're going to get to his voice.
Weird ass nigga. That's so weird.
You think that's weird, Maul? Because I kind of do too.
What, blocking somebody from your story?
One story? Julian blocked Demaris from seeing one story.
No, he blocked me from seeing all of his stories.
No, you can't.
For one night? Period?
Yes, I haven't been able to see his...
I forgot.
If you don't upload, if somebody doesn't upload, you just don't notice. It doesn't.
He has a subscription-based story.
No, but it's not that.
No, that's why I blocked her, because I didn't want her to see something that I posted on my sub story.
I've been unsubscribed from your subscriptions, bro. I've been unsubscribed.
Oh, well, in that case, then there's no harm, no foul.
All right, cool. But why didn't you want her to see?
He must have been talking shit about me.
No. Oh, stop.
From your
think I'm just going to go in there and talk? That's what the fuck is that?
A lot of weird shit going on in this spot, for real.
Well, yes, I agree with you on that, but that's definitely not my end. What?
You were being weird. That's
y'all
weird.
beefing. You don't have to be passive aggressive with this pod. It's y'all two that are beefing.
Yeah, like what the fuck y'all talking about? He blocks you. You mad that he blocked him, and you said he blocked you because he talking shit about you. That sound like a y'all issue.
No, I didn't say anything.
Leave us and Peach out of this.
What didn't you want me to see that badly?
Oh my God. So sometimes I post myself after like playing basketball or at the gym. And Rory always says like, "This is gay. I don't want to see this content."
It's not. See, now you're trying to get me canceled. I replied to one of them and said, after 10 shirtless pics, I said, "I think I'm gonna unsubscribe."
That was the subscription. That was like,
I wanted to support a friend, so I'm gonna sign up for his subscription shit.
How much is it?
$5?
$5.
$5 a month.
It's
$5 a month.
Only if it's not OnlyFans.
Yo, if I was to subscribe to Julian and he's showing himself after running with the boys, a game of full, I'm like, yo, give me my $5. I would come in here and say, yo, give me my $5 back.
I would have liked to see like a jump shot, see what his crossover looked like. It was just sweat.
Because it was just one photo in particular that I wanted, and I just didn't want either of you. I was just like, let me avoid.
What was the photo, please?
It was something. It was honestly like a couple weeks ago. I forgot to unblock, but I blocked you too.
Yo, fam.
He said it was the print. If y'all didn't hear, thought I'd repeat.
Yo, you getting some sick shit off on your subscription.
I'm really not. I'm not.
But you blocked Demaris and Rory.
They don't really let you post anything crazy either.
She knows that. Yeah,
I went to post like all my homegirls like feet, like post like just our feet when we were at the beach. I wasn't even trying to be kinky. All of our feet was in the sand in Turks. And I went to post our feet and they blocked it. And threatened to demonetize me. When you have like anything subscription based, they do not let you post anything. I couldn't post in a bathing suit.
Feet in the sand?
Yeah.
That's sexy though. That's like a thing.
That's one of the greatest poems ever. Footprints in the sand, ain't it? like you can't post footprints in the sand.
Foot that grew from the sand.
Yeah, like damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. They don't play none of that kinky shit.
Crazy, though.
IG don't play none of that.
But I want to know what picture it was.
But your ass could be on Instagram? That doesn't make sense to me.
Your ass could be on regular Instagram, not your subscription.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
You're lying. You know what picture it was. You didn't want to marry.
You know
but
exactly
it was like,
what fucking picture.
I went into it thinking, let me just avoid the issue altogether.
I know why you blocked her. I know why you blocked Demaris.
Why?
I wouldn't say it on the show, but I know why you blocked her.
I'm actually jealous. I never thought of doing that.
Blocking somebody?
Blocking somebody for certain
It
stories.
was literally just for one and then I just forget. And then like a week or two went by. And
I've definitely blocked this podcast from seeing my story before.
Like the new Rory Mall page or the whole pod?
Every single person here, except for Peach. I've never blocked
Which
Peach.
is fine. I don't feel
I've done that, yeah.
Sometimes you don't want people to see shit.
When I'm saying I wish I did that, it was for
what would
no
y'all
one in
not
this
want
room.
me to see? Like, I'm trying to figure
Y'all
out.
have to understand that, like, y'all are still like my bosses. So, like, there's some shit. Like, sometimes it ain't a doctor's appointment. Sometimes it ain't a doctor's appointment, and y'all just couldn't see that. I took paid time off work.
I mean,
no, but still, I don't give a fuck about that. To block me is crazy. Like,
off the story, it's not blocking you. It's just like, oh, they can't see my story for right now, and then I'll go back and you can see it again.
That's crazy.
My problem is I never remember to go back and undo it.
Yeah, sometimes they just stay in the box.
Also, this was only a one-time thing. I feel
like you was with a bitch. I feel like you was with a bitch. I feel like you was with a bitch.
Girl, I wouldn't post that on my subscription. That's weird.
But we're also asking what it was that blocked.
You say you don't remember.
I really don't remember.
You're a fucking liar. I'm gonna keep telling you that you're lying.
A photo of me at the gym or something, and I know you two, and I know you guys every
Julian,
time
I never respond to anything you say about you being at the gym ever. I literally ignore you. I never say anything.
I don't know. It was something like that.
No,
That's
you
why.
was with a bitch. You was cheating,
was
and
not,
that's
but I was
cool.
not.
Don't worry about it.
All right. You think I would post that on there? that would be the last place I would post it. I wouldn't post it.
Nate, were you potting with another girl?
No.
Were you at like another desk situation like this?
WTF. You was at WTF in bitches' faces?
Crazy.
And bitches' faces is crazy.
faces.
At WTF.
Who?
I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying. At WTF is crazy. What did this gentleman? What did he want?
Advice. He's young. He's 23. He wants a girlfriend, but he comes on too strong to every girl he likes.
All right. So first of all, calm your loins. Number one, stop being so horny.
True.
And just relax, man. Just be cool. Niggas don't understand how. Just be cool, man. You could talk yourself out of pussy faster than you could talk yourself into pussy.
Very true.
Men don't understand that. So just relax. You see a girl that you like, just be easy, have some fun, laugh, keep it lighthearted, keep it fun. Don't lead with, your blood boiling and you want to, just pounce on the woman. Just relax yourself.
There's nothing wrong with being optimistic and joyful, even though you've had bad situations in love. I actually just made a TikTok about that where I was like it's very brave to continue to have hope and faith and love after you've gotten your fucking heart stomped on and fucking crushed and torn to pieces. It takes a lot. You see what I'm saying? So don't give up. It's very brave of you to still believe in love, but it's going to take some time. And when somebody likes you, you'll know that they like you, and then you guys can have mutual obsession with
and don't let nobody play in your face.
Fair.
Calm before the storm right here.
There's no relevance to it. It's a great drop. There's no.
That's the calm before the storm.
I mean,
it was a beautiful,
I love
it was
that,
a beautiful day yesterday. By the way,
It's also controlled temp. We're in the garage.
It was beautiful outside.
It's no weather conditions.
I was sweating perfect. I sweat no matter. I sweat in December in a t-shirt. You know how hot I was in a parking garage?
Oh man. That's hilarious.
I think it's beautiful that he still believes in love, but love is a process. And if you come on too strong
Love
the
is
first
blind.
week, you can't get to love that way.
You can't force
it's a process. So if you believe in love, believe in the process of love and really getting to know someone, show interest, but some people don't like you being all on top of them right away because that's not love. That's an obsession.
Yeah.
That's like just some weird, it's infatuation for a minute. Like, how could I even know you really love me like that? You just fucking met me. That's not love.
Love bombing. You're not in love with me. You're in love with the idea of love.
Yeah.
And that,
he needs to stay away from that. And I'm not saying he's doing that, but
Yeah, don't fall victim to the honeymoon phase and respect people's routines, especially when you're working adults in a city. DC's, that's a proper city. Like she has a routine, whatever the girl is that you're talking to has a life and a routine that has up until this point been independent of you. Respect her time when she wants to, get drinks with the girls, do these things. Like don't try to change her schedule to fit, your I don't want to say neediness for lack of a better term, but like your desire to always be with her. Yeah. Just kind of respect. You have shit too. Like you're probably doing stuff too. Just make it feel until it's right. Don't try to overbear someone.
And he said he was 23, right?
Yeah, he's young.
Yeah, you need to realize that
jerk off.
Love is not the only. That too.
Just rub one out.
Love's not the only goal at that age. You need to figure out how love's going to fit into everything else that you want to do as well, because you're so young. You haven't figured out what you're going to do with your life.
How old is he? 23.
Love needs
Yeah.
to fit into that too.
If you don't take
Maul-
that, all right, my bad.
23 in DC Mall.
He knows not what's out there. Nigga living in
We
Broccoli
got-
City every day. He talking about he trying to follow.
We got to take him to Barcode on Sunday.
Like, you don't go outside, man. That beautiful ass city.
Where should he go? Give him some places. What do you recommend he should go?
In
Is
DC.
Barcode Sunday still a
Harlot.
thing? Was it Barcode?
I don't know.
What's that
Pete,
rooftop?
we used to go to all the time.
CL?
Yeah, Barcode's
CL
that's a
rooftop?
spot in DC.
Rose Bar still open?
No, I don't
Think
think
it was closed.
I don't think he's ready for Rose Bar. He seems like a
Yeah, he's not a Rose
I mean
Bar
this
kid.
respectfully, a timid soul that is really looking
Yeah,
for
they'll
something
eat him
genuine.
up. They'll eat him up in Rose.
Barcode
Yeah,
exists.
He ain't got no table. He invisible.
I mean, but that
He could get to know somebody at Barcode on a Sunday. That's a nice way to ease into the DC.
What's that roof?
Yeah.
CL, something like that.
You thinking a Rose Bar has a roof?
Does.
No, I'm talking about CL. I think it's a spot called CL.
I
That's
feel like
where-
my
that's where
husband
Hov
lives in
took your girl?
DC.
No, that was in the Ritz Carlton in the hallway.
That was out of my room.
Yeah.
He said, "Yo, come with me."
That was in the hallway.
Have you guys ever thought about like you know what city like your significant other lives in? Like I feel like my husband is from DC. Like I feel like my husband lives in DC.
How?
It just gives that vibe. Like I always want to raise my kids in Maryland. Like that was always my dream to have raise my family in Maryland.
That's
And
not
I just-
DC though.
Huh?
That's not
No,
DC.
but DC
But I'm
guys,
just-
that's
Yeah.
they moved to the suburbs.
Yeah.
The M.
So you feel like your husband is from DC,
I feel like he's either from
but you're gonna live in Maryland.
Yes. We're gonna live in Maryland together and raise our 2 kids. And
She's
one of
like-
them is
she's
gonna
like
go to
redheads.
a
New
Just
Balances.
tell us who the nigga is. You ain't
I
gotta
don't
do
know
this,
him. No,
baby.
I haven't met him yet, but I think that he lives there.
Because what gives you that feeling?
I just feel like I belong with a
stars?
DC nigga. I just do.
You've been with a DC guy before?
No, but I feel like I've met them. I haven't been with one, but I've met them. I've had conversations with them. So I feel like I belong with a DC dude or a Houston dude.
Yo, feeling like you belong to a certain type of nigga and you never been with that type of
I've
nigga.
never
is crazy.
been with them, but I've met them. I've had conversations with them. So either Houston or DC or New Orleans.
You just like accents. That's all.
That's
all
niggas in
she
DC
doing.
don't have an accent.
What?
What?
They do.
Well, if you want to go to Baltimore, Maryland, if you want to end up there, that
No,
act-
not
New Orleans has
Baltimore.
a significant.
Baltimore is not part of the DMV. They're their own shit.
Yeah, but I mean, this is still an accent though. If you from down there in the DMV area, it's a DMV accent for sure.
Mm.
It's definitely a New Orleans accent, and it's
That's
definitely
my
a
favorite
Texas
accent in the world.
That's
New
why.
Orleans
That's all you just
women?
want to hear a nigga talk all day.
This is gonna.
That's all. She
I
wants.
hate niggas that talk.
This may
Niggas
be-
are to be seen, not heard.
Jesus Christ.
All right, you sound
Is that like what scroll is that from?
That's the Dead Sea Scrolls.
She got that. She got that from.
What cave did you read that in? Like, yo,
She got that from Michael Rubin.
yeah, like, yo, what cave did you read that in? Like,
Put up a
god
shot.
damn, men are to be seen.
This may sound, I might dirty Mac a little bit, but it's cool. I'm 34 and out the way. I can dirty Mac. A Houston guy would make your blood boil.
Nothing is worse than Brooklyn niggas, I promise you.
Mm.
Most of New
That
York
nigga
moved
cooked
to
your soul,
Houston.
didn't he? That nigga sauteed her motherfucking soul.
Half of Houston moved to Houston when they was 10
Yeah, for sure.
from New York.
For sure. 100%. 100%. Demaris said ain't nothing worse than the Brooklyn nigga. Ooh, that nigga cooked you. Yo, that nigga. Yo, when women start talking like that, it's one nigga in that borough that if Demaris see that nigga, she's shooting for sure. She busting shots at that nigga.
What's the worst type of girl that you dealt with? What section, city, neighborhood?
The worst?
Because Brooklyn might be up there too when it comes to the women's side.
I met some really cool girls from Brooklyn. I've never
No,
had a bad experience.
Some of the best women I've ever met are from Brooklyn, but some of the worst women I've ever met are from Brooklyn too.
I don't have no bad experiences with girls from Brooklyn.
That's what's so interesting about the borough of Brooklyn and how amazing it is that you could find the greatest woman on earth in Brooklyn, New York City, but you could find the most demon that belongs in the depths of hell in Brooklyn, New York City as well. There's so much range
Melting pot.
on Fulton.
Well, it's the
insane.
biggest borough, so.
No,
Yo,
it's not.
that is hilarious.
Brooklyn's not the biggest borough?
Queens is bigger than Brooklyn.
Oh.
Yeah, but like, come on, what are we talking about?
Queens is the biggest
math?
borough.
Queen's
talking
gonna
about
beat
math.
our ass.
We talking about the airport, like that. Like, come on.
It's way more. Queens is a really big.
I know,
borough.
but like Brooklyn,
There's like a whole
more,
beach.
What I'm saying, there's more
And
In
not one that's
Brooklyn.
called Coney Island. It's like a real beach.
Like culturally.
You don't think Coney Island's a real beach?
I think there's sand and water.
Coney Island is awful.
Okay.
No, I like Coney Island.
No, you
It's a
don't.
boardwalk.
I love
No,
Coney,
Coney
Island.
Island, I
Don't
really
violate
like.
Coney Island.
But as far as like a
Ugh.
beach, it's a city beach. And don't get me wrong, Far
That
Rockaway is Far
sucks.
Rockaway, but there's nice parts of Rockaway Beach.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like Queens has a beach. Coney Island, it's a boardwalk.
Guys, can we go to Jersey Shore together?
My godfather's house,
I'm for real.
I'm dead serious. I took
Yeah,
him over there
Vinny
like
can
2
be-
weekends
Vinny
ago.
can be our host.
How we got to the Vinny interview was because I was in the Jersey Shore with Jay Wow's husband.
Mm.
That's why-
Seriously?
That's why he DM'd me. Because we're talked about that, and then we talked about Vinny.
Oh, wow.
We have a whole crib that we could go to.
Okay.
I would,
I'm
lo-
down.
I would love to walk.
Oh my God, we should pod from there.
I would love
No,
to
we
walk.
shouldn't. I don't want to fucking work. I want to just enjoy my life.
Okay, we should pod from there.
We could. You guys know when I did the shit for my merch, the slides?
Oh, you shot it there.
That was at my godfather's house.
Nice.
We should walk the boardwalk with Vinny.
That'd be fun.
That would be.
They're going to be throwing pussy.
Yeah, that would
Jersey
be
Shore
nuts.
legend.
That'd be fun. Put up
Need a
numbers.
statue of Vinny out there. Put a statue of Vinny.
I
on the
feel like
boardwalk.
Jersey Shore would be like where we would get crabs.
Who's we?
Alaskan crabs.
Like eating crabs, or like genital crabs. Like
Genital crabs.
who's catching crabs in 2024? Like what niggas?
Get monkeypox.
People in motherfucking Jersey Shore.
That's crazy.
Jersey Shore is, I mean, yes, of course there's disgusting, dirty parts of Jersey Shore, but there are also really nice parts.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
super
of course.
clean, super beautiful.
No, I've been, no,
Sure.
yeah, no. I wasn't talking about because it's dirty. I'm talking about because they be fucking. I didn't, that wasn't,
Yeah.
it's
And they
beautiful
do.
shore.
They do. There's a lot of intercourse going on
Yeah,
over there, but
it's documented. Julian, you want to do one more?
Yeah, let's do one more for the weekend. This is an interesting one.
Hi, I do not want to give my name. Just 2 quick questions. The first one is for Maul, so just for visual purposes, we did meet July 25th. I was the woman that came and asked you about your glasses prescription.
Okay.
So hopefully
At the
you
Philly
remember.
show, right?
If not, it's fine. I'm sure you can
Oh, I
still
guess.
answer the question. When pursuing a woman, you meet her and then she tells you, yeah, I have children or a child that was conceived via sperm donor instead of the old-fashioned way. Do single men kind of frown upon the sperm donor way and look at it as maybe an act of desperation from the woman, or maybe that she's lacking something or needed a void or to fill a void? Or is it like you look at it like, hey, a child is a child, regardless of how they were conceived and how they got here, they're here. I care for you. I'm going to care for your child. Rada rada. So interested to just know your point of view, sperm donor versus old-fashioned way. And then really for the floor, what are some suggestions for a woman 35, 37 age range that would want to meet a mate, longevity, but wants to do it the old-fashioned way? No apps, no Instagram, just I see you from across the room, eye contact, and that's the love of my life.
Hey,
See how she brought it all together?
She worked
asked
like
you,
me.
She asked you about your glasses prescription and then ended it with seeing someone across the room, the love of their life.
Mm.
You ain't see how she tied that
It's
all
like
in.
Nicholas Sparks.
So she's suggesting that you're the love of her life and she saw you. That's why she asked you about your glasses.
Oh, okay. Well,
oh, okay.
I mean, listen, man. Let's keep it real Thursdays. Fuck it.
Oh God.
If you, it is for me. Let me speak for me. I'm not
I
going to
probably
speak for
going to
others.
agree with what Maul says. I feel like.
But if a woman has a baby via sperm donor, I'm not going to say it's the crazy, but I am going to have some questions. Like, if you're attractive, beautiful, it's like, how come a man just wasn't willing to, have a child with you or have a family with you? Like, why would you have to go to the sperm? Unless it's
I do not agree with what Maul says.
medical reasons, then, I mean, I don't understand. Like, why would you have to go to a sperm donor?
I mean, I have a friend that was getting to an age that, women do have a clock, unfortunately. She was getting to an age and hadn't had a relationship she thought was worthy of moving on to have children, but she still wanted to be a mother and now has an amazing life with her son. I don't think it's weird.
I'm not saying that, but I would have questions. I would want to know, like, no man that you couldn't find a man, you couldn't date a man, no man that you dated.
No, sometimes it's a woman dating and realizing this guy would make a shitty father, and this isn't really.
Yeah, so I'm saying I'm not
trying to
shitting on it, but I would have some questions. I would want to talk about.
Or some women go through long-term relationships, and by the time they would want to have a kid, it doesn't happen and they break up, but that's still a dream of theirs to be a mother. So, it's not like men where we can nut sometimes in our 40s and be fine.
What's the age that the woman would be at where you're like, okay.
She says
well, I speak for all women, and so I would know that there's one age, no matter, like there's an exact date.
Yeah.
I think it's different.
No, I'm just saying
for everyone.
If you was to meet a woman and she said, say if a woman was 30 and she said, yeah, I had a baby via sperm donor. You wouldn't be like, damn,
I mean, 30, I would have questions, but they wouldn't be like negative towards, you couldn't find a man. I would be like, okay, 30, that's a little early to do the sperm donor thing.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You would have questions.
Yeah, but if she's 38, and I'm saying specific to you, I think that's why she also asked this question. You being in your early 40s, and if you dated a woman that was around your age, that's not super uncommon.
Oh,
that a woman around
age,
that time would be like,
around my age, no, for sure.
And you also, she may have some questions why you couldn't find a woman to give you a child.
No, I could find a woman. I've had multiple women that wanted to give me a child, and I just was like, nah, I'm not trying to have no kids right now. And
it could be she could be ill like you, and she could have had plenty of opportunities, but didn't want to do it with that person, and just went and got some sperm and said, "Yeah, I'll do it myself."
Yeah, at this point, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I might
listen. Just call that nigga. You doing all this? Just call that nigga.
Call any nigga I need to call. I can
call a nigga, baby.
I don't want to speak to no niggas.
Him and just talk through it.
I'm good.
Talk through it.
I'm good. I don't need to speak.
You 30.
Shit.
You too young. You too young. You 30.
Exactly. I'm too young to be calling niggas I ain't got no business calling out. Like I was saying, instead of picking the wrong baby daddy, I will go get a sperm donor. I can't.
Now,
I'm not signing myself up for that bullshit.
The only time I would judge you is if you let that guy from Netflix fuck you to have a kid, or let him beat off in a supermarket and then you got the nut. Now I'm judging. But other than that, I would never judge.
You get like a scouting report for the sperm donor. You get like a full rap sheet.
Yeah.
I mean, when you do it the correct way, not that
not
crazy illegal way that was going on.
Not at the rest stop bathroom.
Julian, if I wanted to have a kid, and I didn't have a kid after a long time, would you nut in a cup for me?
No.
Really?
No. I don't think I could have knowingly like my nut, just like a kid that's mine, and not have I would want to be.
You could see
it would be co-parenting as friends.
Yeah.
No, I don't want that dynamic with my kid. I want like my kid with someone I love. No offense, like romantically love.
I mean,
no offense.
Obviously, you're
Ma, would you
blocking
nut in
her
a
from
cup
seeing
for me?
things that you're doing. So
y'all gonna make me pay for artificial insemination?
Would I nut in a cup for you?
Yes.
You'd want Maul's.
You have a great hairline.
Hell no.
You're a viable candidate.
I love his family.
Yeah.
It's him I don't like.
Nut in a cup is crazy.
Maul, you have great skin, great hairline.
Thank you, man.
Like,
Thank
you have a lot of qualities that I could see someone seeking a sperm donor would want.
Our kid not going to the NBA, but
I'm at that age. You can just come get this dick. Like, I ain't got to donate a motherfucking thing.
But then that's your kid. That's not like a sperm donor. You fucked that woman and got her pregnant. Like, now you have
sperm.
You have a responsibility.
But if
you donate sperm, there could be a world where that's not your responsibility. If you fuck a girl and nut inside of her, that's your responsibility.
But I'm just saying, if a girl comes to me and says, yo, I want your sperm to have a kid, will you nut in this cup for me? I would probably be like, well, why don't you just let me hit?
I see. It makes sense.
Right?
No, it doesn't.
No, let me hit.
I'm joking.
Let me hit. And then, you get pregnant and that's it.
And then, just fuck the kid.
Nah, I'll go pick Shorty up on a Sunday.
So then that's not really donating sperm. Now you're co-parenting off a woman you fucked and nutted inside of.
Yeah, but if
that's your kid.
But if a woman is coming to me asking me that, she probably knows me.
I would hope so.
Right?
Probably.
So if she wants my nut,
if
she wants my nut,
you think voicemail what she was trying to say.
If she wants my nut, then you think that once she has the kid, she's gonna just act like that ain't my nut? If she already know me? Of course she gonna pull up on me and be like,
money, duh.
I'm like, yo, remember when I asked you for that cup? That's a little 40 ounce in the back. I'm out of here, yo. Listen, man. Tickets available now.
Can I ask you guys a question about sperm donor?
Man, what?
Because I heard this on another podcast and I thought it was curious. I wanted your guys' opinions. What if when you are the man that donates sperm to, say, a lesbian couple, they have the kid, they're raising it, and then the kid's like 5 years old, and you're friends with the women. It wasn't like random women that you donated to, but it's their kid, they're raising the child. But you, knowing that there's like a your sperm running around, you're like, I want to be a part of this kid's life. Do you reserve the right to be in that kid's life, or should the people that are raising the kid be like, no, like I know them? That's not the dynamic here. Yeah.
But that's why I think unless you have the agreed upon friendship thing, like we are going to co-parent and I will just give you my sperm because we both want to have children and it hasn't been in the stars with us to do it in a relationship. The only other way I see that working is the anonymous sperm donor shit.
But they weren't taking their friend's sperm under the guise of him being involved, like being a co-parent. He was doing it because they're a lesbian couple and they just wanted to have a kid. And he was like, I'll do it. I'm your friend. But now he's like, I want to be in this kid's life. And they're like, no, like that's not no. And I'm on the women's side. I'm like, no, this just because you fucking came and now have a consciousness that one of your fucking sperm is now of a human, you don't just reserve the right to just inject yourself into their life when you agreed upon different terms when this initially happened.
And that's why I agree. In the beginning, it should either be a friend agreed co-parent thing where I'm going to be the father and y'all will be the mother. We've agreed with this. Or go find someone that legally cannot even come over here.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the only way I think it works. Because you just growing up and like, you just seeing your kid with your friends and them and be like, you know what? All right, after you guys got through all this sleeping bullshit, now the kid is cool and has opinions, you want to go to a soccer game?
Exactly.
Nah, you don't get to show up now.
Now that he's like going off to a good college, no, get the fuck out of here. Like,
no, that's my boy. That's when it's my boy. That's my boy.
That's Moneybag Mall's boy.
That's my boy. That's Black Magic's boy. What you mean? Like, if y'all think if I donate my sperm to my 2 homegirl lesbians, and that little nigga turned out to be the #1 player in New York State, if y'all think I'm not showing up to the school like that's my boy, y'all got me fucked up. It's my boy.
I'd be there too.
Check his DNA.
But legally, that's not your boy.
Man, legally. Nigga, scientifically, that's my boy. That's me right there. That's Junior. What you mean, nigga? Like, y'all think, not seriously, if my 2 lesbian homegirls say, yo, Ma, we want to have a kid, can we have your sperm? You ain't got to take care of it. We know we going to raise a kid in a lesbian household. You don't got to be.
You don't have to say that.
What?
You can just say
it's not like labeled.
Yeah,
it is. Outside their home, it's a rainbow flag. It's a lesbian.
No, I file taxes on my mortgage. You don't have to put your sexual orientation.
Oh,
no, yeah.
So, but it helps with taxes.
It's not a straight male house.
But doesn't it help with taxes when it's like gay?
No.
Oh, married. That's just married.
Married. Yeah,
married. I'm sorry. But if they're married, right? What if they're married and lesbians? Oh my God, they don't pay no taxes.
That's okay.
But
did JD Vance tell you that?
but y'all think that if that kid that I donated my sperm and he grows up and he's like top 3 in the country, y'all think I'm not showing up to like to the gym?
I'm coming too. We going as a pod.
Like, y'all think I'm not going?
You got mine as a guest.
But that's my boy.
Did you stay in touch with this lesbian couple?
Those are the homies.
So what you see your homies for 18 years without seeing their kid? They can get a babysitter anytime
I see the kid, but it's like I don't have no, you know what I mean? I don't got
the kids. Like,
does he know that?
Nah, he doesn't know.
That Uncle Maul is really my father?
He doesn't know until the ESPN rankings come out and he's number 3. Did I show up to the gym?
That's when he finds out. On decision day?
On camera,
Did this lesbian couple pay for all his AAU travel?
Everything.
Woke up early?
Everything.
Got him a trainer?
They paid for every fucking...
He went to St. Raymond's?
Everything they paid for. But when that ranking comes out...
You put the hat on?
That's my boy. Draft? Yeah, that's my boy. Check the DNA. Swab me and then swab him. I'm not lying to y'all. Right?
You should go see, what's the name of the Matt Damon movie?
Instigators.
Similar theme.
Really? Oh, I'm going to watch
Sometimes you just got to show up to his hockey game.
Yeah, you have to.
For real. I don't know why that was such a, Boston, it's just men in general, but certainly men from like the Southeast Boston region. Just go support your kid. Like the whole movie was about him literally just showing up for his son. Just show up.
Yeah, it's a hard thing for some men to do though.
But like it was like he was like, I need $38,650. It was something like very
he
specific.
Owed a bunch of like back child support, hockey trial. Like
what they
it
added
added
showing
up.
Because
he said he couldn't look his son in his eye because he was never there to support his son.
Financially, he could, like he said, I didn't have my finances in check. Therefore,
so you have that conversation with your son.
So he was holding. He'd rather go through robbing a bank and like extorting all these people. He'd rather go through that whole hero's journey than just literally show up to his son's hockey practice and just sit in the stands and watch his son. That's why he couldn't. That's why he had to do this whole thing, because he couldn't just face the facts that he owes little people some money. And he couldn't just go face his son.
Well, I'm not saying this. Women don't have this pressure too, but men also have the pressure I feel like in our DNA to be providers and also be emotional support and shit. There's nothing to do with money, food, any of that. It's both of those things can bring a lot of pressure. Showing up all the time, but also having the pressure of making sure I provide for them. Like sometimes I have to miss practice so we can pay for practice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I get it. Money doesn't mean anything, and just be there to show up. That's a beautiful storybook. But I got to pay for these hockey lessons.
What Demaris said, men are to what?
Yeah, I don't.
Shut the fuck up and pay the bills.
Yeah, it's to be seen and felt, but never heard. That's why I don't know all these men with these mics in front of y'all.
Just gossiping, right?
Yeah, it's talking. Why y'all
that bunch
talking?
of chatty men.
Yo, he do a podcast, the nigga you was talking to?
Fuck no. So, I mean, no disrespect.
That sounds.
You know, you
like
do a
disrespect.
podcast, right?
Yeah, I know I do. I'm a girl. I'm supposed to talk.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
See, in that cave, y'all didn't go deep enough and see what y'all supposed to do.
Yeah.
Women are to be cooked.
You didn't see what the Neanderthals wrote on the walls.
Yeah, y'all didn't go that deep in the cave. That's the problem. Y'all only went halfway and got scared and was like, nah, girl, we going back. No, keep going. It's some other shit on the wall y'all ain't read. Tickets available now, newrorymall.com. We will be in Detroit August 22nd at St. Andrews Hall, and we will be in Chicago August 25th at the City Winery, followed by London September 11th, and then London again September 18th. Then we are in Toronto October 17th. Then we are in Atlanta November 22nd, New York December 13th, again in New York December 14th. Tickets available now at newrorymall.com. Hope to see you guys there. Have a safe weekend. Be blessed. Be careful.
Do the sign off.
Calm before the storm right here.
Do it, Maul.
Do the sign
What
off.
I said?
Do it. What do you say, Maul? Do the sign off.
I'm that nigga. He's just ginger. Peace.
Oh, that's an awfully hot coffee pot.